Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. We're not starting just yet. I'm going to let some more people. I gave a little bit more time. Let people get in the VC if they need to be. But I hope everyone's having a good Sunday afternoon or morning. I know it might be super, super early for some of you, and I apologize. I did not realize. Some people in the Discord were saying that it's like 5 a.m. for them. So next time, we'll do it at a different time. That way, we'll try to get a better time for everyone. But welcome in. I hope everyone's having a good day so far, and we'll get started here soon. All right, are we ready? Dude, I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous. How we doing? How we doing today? It's a nice Sunday. Okay, at least for me, it's a Sunday. Let's talk for a second. This is the first time that we've ever done anything like this, where we are getting the community involved in VC to actually do a theory like this. And I just want to preface, I know that having people in VC may get a little hectic, okay? It might get a little hectic. In fact, I'm gonna undeafen myself so I can say this to everyone in the Discord as well. Give me 1 second. Hey, I'm gonna give a little message. Just stay muted for a second. I'm just saying this part for stream as well, but also so you guys can hear. Okay, so with us being in VC and this being a whole community, get together kind of situation. I have never seen another content creator do something like this in terms of the actual lore and theory community together. And I do want to say, if anyone ends up joining the VC and saying slurs or anything bad of that nature, I will ban you immediately. Just getting that out of the way. I don't think we'll have any issues with that because everyone in the community seems to be very sweet, and I love all of you. And also, the fact that everyone joined the VC muted while I started stream shows that you guys actually care. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I don't think we'll have any issues, but yeah. So with that out of the way, welcome to the first VC get-together for the community theory of the month. This month's theory, is about Sampo, okay? The truth about Sampo. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch my thing over to just straight up showing the Discord. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. And do you guys want to unmute and say hello? For those that want to unmute, you don't have to. You don't have to unmute and talk if you don't want to. You can always lurk in the Discord. But for those that want to say hello, go ahead.
All right, who's gonna take the sacrifice first?
Oh, I see. I'm trying to have all the names up on the screen too. It's gonna be flooded with icons. Oh, it's gonna be great. But yes, thank you everyone who's able to come out today. I appreciate it. So also, this month's theory was originally brainstormed by Forbidden, correct? I'm not getting that wrong.
Yeah, that was my fault.
It was your fault. Yes. So now we're gonna have to go into. I hope you guys' voice is loud enough in the Discord. I'll keep my eye on the audio. But yeah, so let's go ahead. And this is the first time we've done anything like this, so it's probably gonna be a little scuffed the way that we have it set up and everything. As the more we do this, the more we'll get it down. But I do have my my Google Docs open, so I can take notes on whatever we find. We do have though Forbidden's little Venn diagram. Hey, Mushroom, you're not in the VC, girly. You can't be barking in the background unless you're in the Discord. Yes, we do have Forbidden's massive Venn diagram. If I can find it, let me get it up. I did lock the actual brainstorming phase, but let me get this. I know you posted the actual link to it.
I can explain what the heck's going on in that diagram. She's carrying on. I just woke up.
Yeah. Good morning to everyone who is here super early.
Actually, it might be more fun if you just explore it without knowing what's going on.
Yeah, we'll look at it. We'll take a gander.
Wake up. No.
It's loading now, and then I'll pull it up. But I will also send, for those that don't want to have to search for it, I'm going to go ahead and start the here. I'm going to say research phase 6/25/2023. And then we will start a thread on this one. We be searching. Okay. So there is the new thread. If you guys want to go into the rules and guidelines on the Star Wars Community Theory of the Month section of the Discord, then you can join that thread there. And then there is the link to Forbidden's Venn diagram, which I will pull up on stream now. Do you guys see this? Forbidden already did a lot. a lot. So let me see if I can pull this up with the Discord link side by side.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. So we'll have Forbidden explain some of the stuff that they found as well. I've never used this site before, by the way, so hopefully I'll figure it out along the way, like a way to zoom in and actually be able to read stuff. So there were two main things that Forbidden brought up with the theory, which was one, Sampo being a part of the Stellaron Hunters, and the other one being, you know, either an emanator or just part of Aha's following and being a masked fool. So normally when I do a theory, I try to focus on one point. However, because this is such a massive topic and I see so many people talking about it all the time, and one of the biggest ones being the Stellaron Hunters, I think it would be fine for us to, like, during the video, we should, while we, you know, find evidence, we'll focus in on one that we think is the actual one, but then we'll try to disprove the other one, if that makes sense. So I think the biggest one is him being a masked fool. However, as we research, we'll find out.
No, that's
exactly.
like basically guaranteed.
Yeah.
That is just basically guaranteed. It's not a theory, it's just guaranteed.
There's too many things pointing that he is a masked fool. So let me I don't want to. Oh, good. I just closed my notes. Amazing. I'm still trying to figure out how to get everything on screen. I think for now, stream, I am going to not have my actual notes up right now. I'll have my notes up on the other screen as we go ahead and discuss and stuff. But let me actually get this page open. Okay. And then let me actually go ahead and open the game too, in case we need to, I don't know, go to the data bank and look at some books and stuff, because I assume we will absolutely need to do that. Okay. So what do you guys want to start with first? Do you want to start with like the evidence of him being a Stellaron hunter? Since there's probably less connections. Yeah.
Because we get that out of the way first, so.
Where is that in this Venn diagram? By the way, I guess it's a chart.
There's not much evidence on it. Is the thing. The only thing that really aligns is his motives. That's like it aligns so perfectly. Well, this is what I could find. Obviously, this is only what I could find. So I missed things like the guy in the light cone completely.
Oh yeah, yeah, the one in the background.
Yeah, I completely missed that. Also, I haven't even talked about the cache that he uses. It's not shield. Maybe the cache has some resemblance of where he actually came from. He doesn't. I'm not 100% sure he came from Epsilon, but he did not come from Belfog. That is basically guaranteed to.
Oh, you're right. I actually didn't even realize that's not Shell. Or yeah, the cache that he uses. Huh.
Yeah.
That never clicked.
And like maybe the cache has some resemblance. I was gonna look into that next, but I haven't had time. I'm in a hotel right now. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what that icon is on the cache actually, but
you can look at that later. That might be something we can do later.
Yeah. Yeah. But yes, let's let me start on my notes. Sampo with Stellaron Hunters. So I think the biggest thing in terms of Sampo actually being, or the main evidence that people use for Sampo being with the Stellaron Hunters. Also, welcome into everyone in stream. I appreciate you guys coming out. is the fact on the actual notice that the IPC gave out for the Stellar Hunters. They mentioned, you have it up here, right? Yeah. Where they mentioned Blade, Silverwolf, and Sam, and then it's cut off. The 4 mentioned above, dead or alive, and then do not hurt the Destiny Slave, and do not let them lose their ability of independent thinking. A wanted notice put out by the International Peace Corporation. So that is the number one thing that I see everyone mention when it comes to Sampo.
It's like the weakest part of the theory, in my opinion.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think the motives will line up way better than anything else, and the fact that he knows shit from the future that he should absolutely not know.
And so with that, him knowing stuff from the future, can you give an example of that?
Oh, sorry. Do you need me to keep swearing to a minimum?
Oh, no, you can swear. No, you can swear.
Okay. Sorry, what did you say?
Can you give an example of him, like, knowing stuff from the future that you mentioned?
Yeah, you could. I talk about that a lot on the graph. So, like, he sees things coming from the future a lot. It's a very common trend. Like, he was able to see the Astral Express coming from the future.
Oh, okay. Where do you have that on the world chart?
That is probably, like, what most of the theories that I have going on are based on. The fact he was able to foresee the Astral Express, because there's no way he should know that. There's no way.
Yeah. Okay, so let me put that down. Also, for those in stream, can you guys hear the people in the Discord okay? Or do I need to increase the
Don't worry, I'll read the chat for you guys. Don't worry, guys. I got you.
Could be Sampo's name. Cut off in the notice. Okay. I'm gonna increase the music just slightly. Okay. So, yeah, let's take a look at where you have the Stellar Hunter things go. So you said it seems the person he was or wait, where does that go through? Yes. My color blindness is helping.
Piece on it. There's like one actual piece on it, and if I could just bring it up, but it's the blue area. It's somewhere in the blue area where Sampo is knowing stuff that he should not know. Something like that. That's what the legend says.
Oh yeah.
If you look around there, I think I mentioned the motives, but there is not much evidence other than that. That I could find, at least.
The blue, that's the blue line, right?
Yeah, the blue lines.
My color blindness is like trying so hard right now. Okay, I see.
Oh god, you want me to change the colors?
No, you're good. Mention of knowing about the arrival of the Astral Express. Extras recall he was the first to meet the Astral Express crew. You couldn't have heard it from beforehand before Bellabog gossip. Okay, so do you remember when he actually, or where it mentions that he knew about the arrival of the Astral Express?
Oh, twice. It mentions it at the fourth wall breaking dialogue where he says the Astral Express crew is more fun than I expected.
Right.
And he was the first one who met them, so he couldn't have heard about them anywhere. And the Astral Express crew arrived by accident because it was interrupted by Stellaron. So yeah, there's nothing lines up there. And the other thing is that it's less strong, but in his knowledge tab, when you look at his character and you look at his voice lines, he talks about, what did you guys arrive in? Well, let me guess. A train. And
a train. Okay, I will say I just got Sampo recently, so I haven't actually been able to go through his things, but I am launching the game now.
Oh yeah, but it should be in there in the blue areas.
Oh, do you actually have it listed in there?
Yeah, I put that in there.
If I can. Perfect. Okay.
You want to stream? Oh wait, you want? I guess I could just view your YouTube stream just to see what's going on.
Oh yeah, I can share my screen too.
Discord
yes.
stream might help.
Yeah. Oh.
You're gonna use up so much of your GPO in the process.
I know, it's okay. It's okay. I technically have a dual PC setup, so it should be fine. But we'll see how it goes.
Oh, lucky.
Okay, can you guys see the actual like chart that I have up now?
God, I forgot how fancy it was.
But you're able to see it.
God, that's so funny listening to other people's reactions. So funny. Okay.
So just to get those Seppo can be described as be described.
Okay, that's.
Yes.
Go on.
No. What were you gonna say?
I'm the. Do you see the text box has a blue outline? It's like right below your mouse. Yeah, right. That's like the big one.
Okay.
That is the big thing for the Stoner Hunters.
It seems the person he was contacting asking if he was going to return to Epsilon. This implies his mission was complete the moment the story quest was over. This mission's intentions is really in line with Stellar Hunter's motives, yet also in line with the Masked Fools to entertain. Yeah, I thought about like what the actual purpose of it was, and with it being the entertaining the Masked Fools, it sounds weird, but I originally had a thought of it literally being like, the Masked Fools are like literally streaming events to other Masked Fool like people for like to entertain them, like a dark web stream.
Yeah, they totally are.
Or something like that. Which I think would be really funny if that was actually the case, but. Let me, I am going to write that down too.
Oh god, I don't have noise suppression on.
Section mentions the Astral Express. Expresses arrival. Mentions Epsilon. Okay, so with Epsilon, I cannot remember off the top of my head. What do we all do? Like, what do we know about Epsilon? Do we just know the name?
I was able to basically. It's the home of the Masked Fools, and everyone there is a laughable idiot.
Okay,
Like, they're part
and
of
that's where the
Masked Fools 'cause
tavern
they're all
is,
gonna be
right?
Stupid. Yes, that's where the tavern is. But there's also Sampo. I think I mentioned this to someone else too. Sampo mentioning that he doesn't want to return to Epsilon yet because some quote where it's basically just, hey, people making fun of people who's serious is way better than making fun of people who are never serious.
So they're like making fun
Epsilon
of
is
each
just a bunch
other.
of idiots.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
It's not fun
Ask
breaking
Rickley
the
is
friendship.
from Epsilon.
Yeah.
Ask Rickley, bro. That is so
Ask Rickley,
funny.
that's my guy.
Okay, I am gonna write down like all the notes we have on episode. That is so funny.
Epsilon is the equivalent of a Discord group chat, if anything.
It really is. Okay. So Epsilon, home of the Masked Fools, location of tavern, and then we'll go into the tavern, I think, in itself, like here in a little bit, because there is other like books in the space station actually that mention the tavern. And then you were saying that there was something on Sampo's story about the train.
Knowledge. If you just actually, it's just like literally right up there. Literally just scroll a bit. It's at the top of your page.
Oh, this one right
Knowledge.
here.
To force in the voice line's probably just a haha funny coincidence, or at least it would have been if it wasn't under knowledge.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's making a joke about it. Let me guess, you took a train. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so where... I'm trying to find that here.
Oh god, let's not get into the relic
Knowledge.
stuff. Yes. Wait, actually, could. If I want to catch up everyone to speed with what's going on with the relics up there.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. While I write down these notes about the...
It's basically these relics. It's like 110% chance that this guy, this stupid Koski guy uses these relics, wields these relics for his own good. At least 100% the mask, maybe not the others, because the mask changes facial appearance, and
Yeah.
his whole story is about him abusing that mask.
Interesting.
If you want to read the summary of the story, I think I worded it kind of fun.
Yeah. Let me finish writing down this note here.
I mean, reading. Oh, okay.
Mentions the train in the knowledge section. Of the character. Voice lines. Says it as a joke. That would have been so funny to actually hear him say that in game. Hello.
Hey, we can hear you. Hi.
Let's
How are you,
go.
partner?
More people.
Yeah, Van, you haven't been reading the chat.
Yeah, I know. It's difficult
It's
to
just
do
technical
all of it at once.
difficulties.
Yeah. Yeah, let me actually read it real quick. You gotta get better at Discord and read all notifications. Basically, being in a Stellar Hunter and Masterful can't be both. Yeah, no, we're thinking that it's more Masked Fools than it is Stellar Hunters. Although we're gathering all the evidence of both, and then in the video we're gonna try and prove one and then disprove the other. Is basically what we're gonna do, because we've seen a lot of people mention before that it's gonna be that he could be a Stellar Hunter. And I'm sure there's other people that have also made videos about it. Like, I don't know what they've said or which side they're supporting. But that's just, we're going to like talk about both in the video and then try to like, you know, actually choose one. Okay, so I have that note finished here. So yes, you're saying that the summary of the actual artifact set you have on here?
Yeah, the artifact sets details story. It's a really weird story, and it feels like it connects to Sample, but I couldn't quite
Couldn't quite
pin
get it,
down
yeah.
if it is or is not. I'm pretty sure it is not. It's a coincidence he has these, but I'm not sure.
Zipper has the mask of the meteor thief, if not the entire.
Like, you feel like there's a connection, but you just can't put your finger on it.
Well, that, and I just have literally no evidence that he is connected to the lore of it, but
Listen.
he definitely is using it like he is abusing some of them.
That's how most theories go. Okay, you have an idea, but you have zero
considering
evidence.
it's Sample, I wouldn't be surprised by that at all.
Yeah, me either. And so were you saying that you had no evidence of him actually using the mask, or?
Oh no, so much evidence
So
of him
much
using
of him
the mask.
using the mask.
He is guaranteed using the mask, but
Okay,
I have no
perfect.
evidence if he's connected to the lore of the set.
Of the set, got you. Okay, and so I'm trying to figure out the colors here. So this one is where you talk about how he's using the mask.
Everything pink related
Everything
is him
pink.
using the relics. Yeah,
Is this pink?
that is pink.
Okay,
That is
perfect.
pink, yeah.
Pretty sure you changed the colors.
Yeah,
That
no,
was more
you're
like
good. You're
Change real
good.
time. It's crazy.
It's
Or
okay.
lavender.
It's good that we
Okay.
have you here.
Fuchsia. It's fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Yeah, we gotta get the exact color names. Okay, so didn't want to put the whole story here, so you can go here if you want the full story. Basic summary: he plays as a highly respected woman by the name of Madame Poison. Gets a location.
Poisson, I
intel-
think.
Poisson.
Croissant. That's
Poisson. That sounds like croissant. Gets a location intel from an anti-scam member of a spice factory by playing the news reporter with the intention of preventing burglaries. Okay, can I actually? Let me open this up here.
I could sum it up in a better words, but
Uh-oh.
if you want me to.
Yes.
it's loading,
Wait for
feels
this to
bad.
load, and then you can go ahead. Because I want to read along with it. Okay.
I think you just read through the whole thing. Don't. Yeah.
Yes,
He just gets location intel. That's what the first one is.
Okay. So starts with Silverman Guard about early vacation to dress up as that soldier to show up at that factory. Burglars being sent by Poisson to rob the unguarded factory are arrested by the Silverman Guards. Reveal of a recent male thief disguised as a woman swindling everyone. Not only does he know he needs power to manipulate, or is that part of that? Yes. He is already.
No, it's a summary. I should have probably added like basic summary. In conclusion.
That's a dangerous person.
No, that's.
Yeah, I know. It's just. Okay, so.
Attention issues.
Yeah, for real. So that story,
right? But it's basically just him getting more respect as Madame Poisson. That's what the story is. I probably should have mentioned that.
Okay.
It's him getting more highly respected. Than...
And that story was
He's got like a lot of power. He's got a lot of authority as Madame Poisson. It's crazy. What for? Who knows?
Oh,
So
okay.
does just the mask by itself allow him to disguise himself, or does he need to?
Yeah, I'm not sure about any of the other tools. I'm only saying the other tools because they look like I think something Mask Fools will use, and the guy behind it also is really in line with the Mask Fools' intentions, where it's like, oh, we have to put on a show, but he's like also a thief.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the.
But like,
the
there
mask
isn't,
here.
but like the mask is basically guaranteed because Japard mentions it. Yeah, Japard mentioning it is basically guarantees it.
Okay, so I still think it's
anything.
interesting that this actually somehow links back into the IPC, like with him sneaking into the IPC. But let me put down that he uses the mask, and also yes, the description of the mask is a mask used to change one's facial appearance. Coupled, although I will say it does just say facial appearance. Does the body say that it lets them pull their or change their like body or?
I swear I read body somewhere, but I think it was me going crazy. It might have been me going crazy. I swear I read it somewhere, but I just couldn't find it afterwards. I swear I read something like changes all appearance, but the voice stays the same.
The voice stays the
I
same.
was gonna add another thing here later.
Like shape-shifting abilities or something.
If he is an emanator of
Yeah.
Aha, I wouldn't put it past the fact that he would have something to help him. I don't know, not necessarily shapeshift, but yeah, I mean something along those lines. Because
I can definitely imagine him just pulling off a voice.
oh, I mean for sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
he can.
I mean his voice is already
Yeah, no, that's
kind of
his
high
whole
pitched,
story
so.
is doing that as a woman.
So let me write that down.
Also, I was gonna add in here later. He's probably the reason why Julian of 1,000 Faces has his abilities too. He's giving the children some things maybe they shouldn't have.
Oh, holy
Yeah.
shit!
Teaching them a few tricks.
Wait, that actually makes so much sense. Because I did not understand how Julian was doing that at all.
Yeah.
If Julian has the
I didn't question it
mask,
'cause it's
that would
funny.
be so funny.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, that also
yeah, Hook
explains-
Hook talks about Sampo in high regard, how he always wants to play with them. So it's not completely out there. It's
Wow. Okay. Big brain. I knew there was something
Now
up
I'm
with
just
Julian.
questioning if this is true, why Sampo would have given it to him.
for fun.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
I guess he doesn't need
Well, it's just
another
a little
reason if he's
bored.
a masked fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. He really does.
That or Julian somehow may have stolen it and he just doesn't care.
No.
what I'm
He's
saying.
friendly
He
with them.
would've
He's
let
really
Julian
friendly with
steal
them.
it. He would've let
Hook says he's one of the only adults who still plays with them.
That's so interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, you can talk to Hook and the Boulder City guy in a really obscure place that's just like at the end of a hall near the fighting.
Yes. Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah,
Just
I
by
just
the
have
gate.
to-
stumble upon it during the
Yeah.
museum event, so I'm like, oh hey, dialogue options, nice.
Hey, what was someone else saying there?
I was just saying that Hook is just like standing at the end of an alleyway next to a gate.
Yeah. Right next to the fighting ground. Yeah. It took me a while to find her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a weird place for her.
I just walked up to them randomly and was like, why are you here?
That's
I mean,
so
I'm
funny.
still wondering where the heck Sampo went after the conclusion of your reload, but who knows?
No,
Yeah,
he's staying
he's
back
gonna show up
available. He
again.
mentions that they ask if he wants to return to Epsilon, and he's like, people are too relaxed there, or too like masked foolish at E, you know, where like they're all like don't care about anything. So like he wants to stay in places where they're serious. And it looks like he has stayed in Bellabog. He's probably staying in Bellabog for a while because of
I mean, no one's been able to
Check the
actually locate Sampo, like, after the conclusion of the main story, right?
Well, I guess it depends on the museum event, whether you think
Yeah.
that's canon and happening
Yeah.
right now.
Well, I definitely think the museum event is 100% canon. I just don't know where it
Yeah.
takes place. Like in the timeline, because... What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the museum event, one thing about it is it's like, it can take place at any point during the timeline. It's one of those events that's made to be like, just more ambiguous.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't remember if they actually mentioned any of the events, of the LeFou during the museum arc. I didn't think they did.
As far as I didn't notice any LeFou references, but I could have missed something easily.
We know it's at least
Like,
after the main story, right? Because they have the video footage of us in the museum. Like, they have the documentary or whatever, like, of us doing that part, so...
I mean, I'm gonna make a guesstimate and say maybe between, like, Yorilo and the LeFou, like, we stayed, hung out to the museum event, and then we went to the LeFou, maybe? But
Okay, yeah.
Another thing to point out is that it's necessary that you complete the main story of Bellabog before you do it, but you don't need to worry about the Luofu story to do it.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
It's directly connected to the Bellabog story, nothing else.
Got you.
Yeah, also, if Sampo's able to, like, come and go from planets, he could have left Bellabog after the main story and then come back, just like we do.
Speaking of that, of him
that's
going
what
to
I've been
different
wondering,
planets...
if
I
he did
think-
actually leave the planet temporarily and then come back.
So, do you guys think... Or how do you think he leaves the planet? Like, Sampo himself? Because he'd have to do it in a way that
Nothing.
no one
I
else can
found-
see it.
I mean,
found
the only thing that
nothing
I
on
could
it.
possibly think of would maybe be an emanator of Aha, but
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a few things going
Because
for that.
we
but
do
not
know that
enough,
emanators can travel between the imaginary. Is how I think Herda mentions
Oh.
it. But I don't, or maybe it was Himiko, but I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know how they travel between the imaginary and how traveling between the imaginary works. Like,
I mean, they could just be talking about, like, traveling between the real world and imaginary spaces.
could they use that as, like, this is such a stupid, like, example, but, like, you know, like, this is so stupid. In Minecraft, when you go to the Nether, like, one block is, like, 5 in the overworld.
That is, I
what do
believe
you
that is
mean?
called
I
space
mean,
compression.
I
Yeah,
kinda
there you
get
go.
it.
I use Minecraft as a space compression.
Let me actually, like, describe the science, probably. This is gonna... ramp
Oh,
up for a bit.
yeah, go ahead. While I type this note up,
So
go
basically,
ahead.
this is the analogy I use for everyone. Imagine you have a piece of paper, right? And you put one dot on the paper on the left side, one dot on the paper on the right side. In order to get from one dot to the other, you have to cross the paper. But if you want to get there instantly, you can simply fold the paper in down the half, and the dots will now be on the other side. Then you get through, you poke a hole through the paper, and now you're to the other dot. That is kind of how the express works. Basically, it opens a point in time that would lead normally to the other point in time, but then it folds in that space on each other, so that it arrives at the other point simultaneously. That is likely how imaginary space works. There is still
Okay.
space between those 2 points, but it's much, much lesser.
And that is actually exactly how Welt describes it in one of the earlier betas as well. Which they, for some reason, took that line out of the game on the base, like on launch. But yes, that really helps describe how the Express at least travels from world to world.
The other thing, so obviously we have the Express, but we know little to nothing about, like, personal spaceships. Like, we
Yeah.
have big-ass ships like Curtis Station, and the Xian show ships, but like, do they have like Star Wars style little single person ships?
Yeah,
Is
like
that a
little
thing
fighter
in this
jets.
video
That's
game?
what I was talking
mean-
about in terms of like the, like people saying that each world is a different leaf on the imaginary tree, but how I was saying,
Oh,
how would that be the case if they have normal space travel, right? Because it wouldn't make sense for normal people to be able to travel between the imaginary like that. But yeah, I don't know, because I don't think I've seen a
And
single
so-
mention about normal space travel.
We know at the very least that the Stellaron hunters are moving around, so they have to have some method.
That is true, but they
I
could
mean,
all be
a lot of
emanators.
us here can probably agree that Elio could possibly be an emanator, so maybe he could be like pulling a few strings for them to get to place.
True.
Or they could just be using something as simple as like a portal or something.
One thing that I think conflicts with the whole leaf theory is that
You could get powers from that. You could probably get those powers from Aya too. Sorry, go on.
the Luofu, its history. Luofu started from one planet, but then they traveled through space.
Oh, the ships,
endlessly.
the LeFou ships. Yeah,
Exactly.
they travel between different spaces.
So that wouldn't make sense for them to be jumping leaf to leaf, because how would they do that if they didn't already have access to emanator powers? Because they didn't meet land by that point.
Well,
Nor did
yeah.
they- did
Well,
they meet
land
the
wasn't
abundance.
even land
I don't
technically
think
didn't
that's
exist by
Exactly.
that
We're
point. yeah.
jumping from leaf to leaf. I think it's like we're just like really, really distant from Earth, unless you count that portal as like that Wealth and Void Archives went through. I think in the Alien Space manga, like they might have passed through that portal and it brought them to the Star Rail universe. But
Uh-huh.
that's tinfoil hat.
Yeah, and so with all that, with the leaf thing, we'll put that on the side burner for now, because that is, you know, that's a little bit on the side. We'll go back to
Yeah, the imaginary is just too crazy.
It really
to be
is. So I'm going to, for now, just put down that it's a high possibility that Sampo can travel between worlds due to him potentially being an emanator of Aha. So I do want to read his story really quickly, just to catch myself up on what's listed here. Because yeah, I do see the Poisson here. So give me 1 second. Let me read that. You know what? I'll
Also,
read this
I
out
was
loud.
not able to find any mention of Poisson, literally anywhere else other than the story.
Other than his
But
character
there's
story.
like a lot of stuff that it could be in. So you know, if anyone have found it, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I haven't off the top of my head, but let me change my screen to the game. That way you guys can. I'll read the whole story. If it will even let me. Okay, can you guys see this? What are you looking at right now in the disc? Okay, I think you can see it when I tab into the game. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm just gonna say Poisson because Bruhol. This is Poisson from the Crystal Daily, and I'm here at Fountain Plaza in the Administrative District. Standing next to me is someone who calls themselves a member of the Dark Blue Scam Victims Association. Oh, that's the NPC. And I am about to conduct a short interview with him. Hello there, sir. Could you please tell me and the audience about your experience of getting scammed? Oh, I'm so utterly enraged. That blue-haired punk. I hope he dies. Oh my goodness. Sir, we're live right now. Please calm down. Ah, fine. The Crystal Daily, right? That's it. You should report more on the suffering of everyday people and pay less attention to gossip about the architects. I'm telling you, that blue-haired punk has slipped off into the administrative district again. Yesterday, he pinched 3 caddies of rye bread spices from my store. 3 whole caddies. Do you know how long those will last for dignitaries?
Dignitary.
There you go. my vocabulary not helping me here. Next thing, he'll be robbing a spice factory. Please calm down, sir. We sympathize deeply with your plight. Now then, you just mentioned the Bellavog Spice Factory, didn't you? Sure, I mentioned it. Was it important? This factory. Are you able to tell me its exact location? Why? Well, you see, as journalists, we want to contribute to social justice causes, and only by knowing the exact location can our Silverman guards and righteous citizens reduce burglaries. Wouldn't you agree? That makes sense. Then listen up. The address of the dude. What I cannot believe he's asking to get scared. Man's just actually giving out the location of the spice factory. Okay, so yeah, clearly he's able to disguise himself very well and change his voice enough to completely full people.
Oh yeah, it's even crazier in the fourth part, the fourth story, where it's actually revealed.
Oh yeah, I don't have. Can I send him to actually get that? No, I cannot.
And
You
Okay.
can do
listeners
the fan
are
page,
building
that's what I
Sampo
did.
for the story.
Yeah, yeah. I will go to the website and read it. Okay. Name, Alexi Bulger. Rank, Private First Class. Hello, Private First Class, Alexi. I'm Poisson, Senior Human Resources Specialist of the Silverman Guards. Captain Japard asked me to approve your application for personal leave. It's a pleasure to meet you. Let's see. It says here that you were wounded 4 months ago during a defense operation with a total of 5 fractures. Yet, despite all this, you have continued to carry out your duties right up until now. Very admirable. Thank you. You guard the 3rd Arsenal at the Silverman Guard Restricted Zone, yes? Terrific. As far as I know, that's an extremely important military zone where the most expensive, the most valuable Silverman military resources are stored. You're right, ma'am. Let me see. No problem. Private First Class Alexi, at this stage, you are cleared to go home next Tuesday. What? So soon? As far as I know, this kind of high-level guard duty usually takes at least a month to process handovers. Don't worry, Private First Class, I appreciate your determination to the cause, but nothing is more important to me than protecting the physical and mental well-being of one of our best Silverman guards. Don't worry, I've already picked out someone to fill in for you, so everything's taken care of. I understand. Thank you very much, ma'am. That's the one. Remember, next Tuesday, I want you and your luggage out of the restricted zone before 2017. Okay, so... Hold on, let me write something down.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've already picked out someone to fill in for you, and before 2017, yeah.
Oh! Maria mentioned something very interesting in the chat as well, actually. Silverwolf mentioned in the opening that she sent the random Legion soldier to another place, so it's possible that she is the one sending herself, Kafka, and Blade to those locations. We know that they said that the people, their like power to rewrite reality is limited, but we don't really know what that limit is. So I do wonder, like, can she just really send anything anywhere?
I mean, there probably is some kind of limit. I saw this one theory a while back that, like, kind of compared it, like, similar. Like, I don't remember all the details because it was a while ago, but, like, they mentioned that, like, it could be, like, Welt's, like, Hersher of Reason powers. Like, where it looks OP on paper, but in reality, it still has severe limits.
Right, right. That would make sense. I mean, I can't imagine she literally just has free reign over, like, the entire universe.
Who?
Silverwolf.
Okay, yeah.
And very quickly, do we know exactly how Silverwolf OP? Do we know exactly how long Sampo's actually been on Belobog?
No, we do not. That would have immediately shut down the Emanator thing.
Because I mentioned it before. There is, like, they talk about how the Masked Fools have been on Belobog since the Antimatter Legion arrived. But I don't think Sampo could have been a part of the original, like dude.
Wait, where did you see that? Uh-oh.
It's a letter in the, let me see if I can find it. Bookshelf. It's on...
Oh yeah, it's bookshelf. Oh my god.
One of these books. Let me see if I can find it here. Or maybe it was an item.
Antimatter Legion attacked? That's not good.
The only thing,
That's not good.
the only thing the ether
Hoya
code
really
can't
loves
do is
hiding their
destroy.
lore in books.
Yeah, you gotta. I wish there was
Yeah,
like
I
a
know,
keyword, like search thing. I'm trying to remember if it was an actual.
You said it was a letter, right? You can just look at letters.
Yeah, it's just I don't remember if it was a letter or if it was a. What's it called? Like the description of an item.
Oh god, we're gonna find it again. No. But that's terrifying though, because the Antimatter Legion attacked before the freeze, right?
The Antimatter Legion
Yeah,
attacked before the
they
freeze,
did.
yeah.
And the Stellaron arrived after the Antimatter Legion attack. So now the second theory that I came up with is a lot more likely because they were there on that time. That is scary.
I thought the Antimatter Legion was attracted by the Stellaron, and then
Well, so here's what it
Assia
says.
activated the Stellaron by making the wish.
Yeah, so
Oh.
yes, the Antimatter Legion came after the Stellaron. So it says an unknown
Oh, I
object
see.
known as the Stellaron fell to the
Okay.
surface of the planet. Doomsday conspiracies about how the Stellaron is the symbol of calamity were widely circulated, and then the planet, started to become fearful. Under the leadership of the eminent architect Alyssa Rand, architects all over began building shelters, which is when Belobog was actually created. And then about 10 years later, the Antimatter Legion officially invaded. So the Stellaron was there for about 10 years before the actual Legion invaded. And then they took over all other shelters, basically, besides Belobog. 30-year defense.
I assume after the 30-year defense is when the Ice Age hit.
Yes, I'm assuming so, because it says Belobog was complete. With Orisa Rand in charge, the Stellaron resonated with the will of the collective in Belobog and entered an unstable state. The blizzard that plagued the entire planet soon arrived, and Eurelo 6 was plunged into an ice age. The attacks of the Antimatter Legion was subdued due to the power of the preservation. Belobog was spared from the eternal freeze. For her efforts in protecting the city from disaster, Belobogians nicknamed Alyssa Rand She Who Evokes Miracles and supported her to become the supreme guardian of Belobog.
It sounds to me, I always assumed Stellaron was like a last resort to basically defeat the Antimatter Legion.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually knew that the Stellaron could grant a wish until that point. So I think it ended up being a last resort, but like it wasn't intentionally a last resort.
Yeah, I don't know if they used it on purpose. I think it just responded to their plea for survival.
Well, at least Cocolia mentions that Alyssa Rand directly made a wish on it, right? And then even in the recordings of when Alyssa Rand is talking to the Svarog recordings, the researcher was like, you can't, like, you are the one who caused it. Like, we need to tell the truth. Stellaron.
Which is an unbearable truth, to be perfectly honest.
Stellaron came to the planet first. And then Antimatter Legion arrived about 10 years after. Okay. And then yeah, let me keep trying to find where it's actually mentioned. Let me check items real quick. Cause what item would it have been on? Wait, what's the oh, let me go back to the bookshelf. Because it must have been one that I've already, like, read, not one that says new. Okay, not there. slightly unfortunate that I don't remember off the top of my head where this was.
It's okay. We can probably leave it for later. We know the general piece of information and what it means. So
Yeah,
finding
I
it
can
come on later.
try. Yeah, it's just I wanted to have it written down, but yeah, I'll try and find it. Cause that was like a big thing that I had before, and I just didn't actually write down what the name of the book was.
Do you check Vash's letter? You scroll past it.
I don't think it was in Bash's. Oh, wait, where is it?
You keep passing it. It's on the far right.
On the far, there it is. Cause this was just to Natasha, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's just about the Blizzard immunity thing.
Wasn't in the Dream Chaser. The Dream Chaser thing is really interesting, by the way. I don't know if you guys have actually read that, but... Okay, yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it. I'm gonna write it down though, just so that we have it, and then I'll try and find it. If anyone in chat, by the way, if you want to like try and find out where it says that the masked fools arrived on your relo, that would be exquisite. Okay. So, with us still talking about him potentially being a Stellaron hunter, what are you looking for? Hold on, give me 1 second. We are looking for, there is somewhere that I read at one point, I cannot remember what the book is called, but it mentions that the masked fools arrived on Eurilo 6 like around the time that the Antimatter Legion came, or whenever Belobog was built, one of the two. It's mentioned in a letter or a book somewhere, or it could be the description of an item. I cannot remember where I read it, but I 100% read somewhere that the masked fools arrived on Eurilo 6. If you could find where that is stated, that would be great, because I can't remember. Oh, sorry.
No, unfortunately not. I am a down bad Svarog simp.
You remember reading about that? Okay, epic. I'm glad I'm glad I didn't make it up then. So what was I saying? With us still talking about him potentially being a Stellaron hunter. Why do you think they sent him alone? Because technically we've always seen them go in pairs, right? Because the space station, it was Silverwolf and Kafka, and then on the Lafu it was Blade and Kafka.
The only reason I can think of is Elio's script like required like that it be like Sampo for like whatever reason. It could have just been something as simple as, oh, if we send Blade, he's gonna get Don Hang's attention and things are gonna go south fast. The Trailblazer would probably recognize Silverwolf and Kafka, so there's really only one option left.
Okay, yeah, perfect. And then also, I just remembered the cutscene during Silverwolf's event, like during the end, when I'm assuming they're mentioning the Lafu script. Silverwolf says, "Oh yeah, I'm not a part of that script, so I'm just gonna go do this." Like while they go and do that.
It's either that or there is someone else, because there's a bunch of Stellaron hunters we still don't know of. So I'm just saying, there's a chance. But my guess,
only 5 confirmed members, so there could easily be more.
Yeah, well,
okay,
in the
my guess,
keep
guess is that they weren't prepared for them to stop at. Oh no, they would have to been prepared to stop at Belobog. So they just My thinking is that Elio just literally just hired the Sampo in with the back dealing. I don't think he's actually part of the Delaware Hunters. He just hired him with the back dealing.
Just
Hey, can you
hired.
take care of this for me? Here's the information for it. Go wild. And
I
then
will say,
it was like at the end, he wasn't expecting when he talks to the person who commissioned, who's like talking about the mission. He doesn't expect them to enjoy it. It could be like that could have been Elio, like, because he's so like he's such a shut-in, so no one would know much about him.
you're saying
Anyways,
during
but,
the Sampo cutscene at the end.
yes.
Okay, I'm
I mean,
actually.
the
Sample
one
cutscene at
thing
the
I
end is
have-
like 90% of these leads.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just one part that bugs me. Like, if they weren't supposed to go to Belobog first, like, why wouldn't like Kafka or like the Stellaron Hunters directly intervene? Because Elio can see the future down to a T, and he's not above withholding information to make sure everything goes smoothly.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's like a surprise. It should have been very apparent that they were going to have to stop at Belobog. Not necessarily to the Express, because they hadn't been there, so they didn't know the Stellaron was there. But I guess where would they have been going besides Urilo? Because they've already stated that they're trying to go through. We're following the exact path that the Express followed before, and it did stop on Urilo. So we would have. I assume we were going to stop there anyway, but the
It
Stellaron
was
just
a
forced us
question
to.
of when we would stop there, and that just happened to be the Trailblazers' first destination after joining the Express, because clearly they've been getting around for a while now.
Yeah.
All right, I have a theory on this.
Hit
Okay,
us with it.
so
Let's hear it.
time to be enlightened, I guess. Basically, I feel like each set destination that Elio has in mind for the Astral Express, and specifically the Stellaron Hunters in general have in mind for the Astral Express, is something that must happen. Because if you look at what Kafka told the Trailblazer in the Luofu, they are going to eventually have to fight, the Aeon of Destruction. So they need to get every possible power, every alliance possible within that time frame, so that every stop regarding a Stellaron seems to be something they have in mind, something they have planned, and more or less it feels like Belobog was one of the first of those many stops. That was something they intended for. So yeah, because they even what's it called? When you're fighting against the Doomsday Beast, when your Stellaron goes crazy, you actually see a bit of Belobog, meaning it was likely an intended part of your story.
Yes, that is true.
Wait.
Yes, we did see
So-
parts of Belobog. Yeah.
Are you implying that that Sampo is just part of the Mesh Fools and is the Stellaron Hunter's way of getting the Astro Express to in the future get along with the Mesh Fools?
I mean, that
Could
could
be
be
one way.
possible considering, like, we all know Aha
That's
is,
spicy.
like, one of the most sussy eons right now, especially considering the interaction in Simulated Universe. And apparently that had happened multiple times, no less.
Yeah.
So
think
I
that-
definitely want Aha on my side.
I was going to
I'll say
say
that much.
what you think is in that case they would have had to have thought that Belobog was powerful in some way, because it makes sense to gain the trust and have the Lafu on their side, because it's very clear how powerful they are. They have the entire fleet. They have multiple people, because I assume it's not just Genuine, but every big shot on every ship has a massive, like, basically lord or of some kind, or a power of that scale at least, that can help during the
The
fight.
only
But
thing I could think of as to why Belobog might be, like, powerful, because, like, we all know they're not, like, very advanced compared to the Lafu and obviously Honkai Impact, but, like, I could see, like, maybe they thought that they would be powerful in the future because of, like by the time Nanook, it is time for the battle against the Nook, due to their, like, I'm mainly thinking they're powerful because of their connection to Klapoth, or it
That
could
was
have just been,
actually-
like, it was easier because, like, easier than dealing with the IPC.
So that was
It could
actually the
have
reason.
been Elio's idea just to get the Trailblazer to join with Klapoth. That could also be
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I feel like the reason
Okay.
they stopped at Belobog is because Elio foresaw that the Trailblazer would be able to form a bond with Klapoth and gain some of their power. Because looking at it now, it's very likely that the Trailblazer is going to gain bits of power from each of the Aeons by drawing their gaze.
Right.
Right, so they drew Nanook's gaze first. The second they drew Klapoth's, it's only going to make sense that they either draw the Abundances or the Hunts next.
So Sampo's goal was to have the MC actually connect with Klapoth. But...
Basically, they were to play along with the script that Sampo and Elio created, so that eventually they could, become a part of Klapoth, basically.
I think that either Sampo could be part of the Stellaron Hunters, and he could be there because Elio told him to go there, or it was just part of Elio's vision of the future that Sampo would also be there.
So
And,
that's the part where
that's
Elio
something
just
that I
gave him a
just wanna
backhand amount of
ask,
cash.
right now, but you can talk. You can finish what you were gonna say.
You can go first. What were you saying?
I was just I know I've mentioned this a lot in the Discord chats, but I'm still questioning if the MC is an emanator of preservation, or if they're just a normal past strider who was gazed upon by Klapoth.
Right, and same with the destruction, right? We were trying to discuss if every time we get glanced upon, if we're an emanator or just a path strider.
Yeah,
I
that's one of the most mind-boggling things, because I'm literally just over here questioning, okay, what is the difference in terms of how you classify and capabilities between an emanator and a normal path strider?
Yeah, I still really don't know. What was the wording that they used when Don Hung and March mentioned that they knew that we got looked upon by Klapoth? Did they say that Klapoth granted us power, or that they just saw us?
They gazed upon the
They
MC. That was
gazed
the way
upon.
they
That's the
used
way. Okay.
it. But that's clearly something that's not normal, because the fact that they had to mention it in the first place was...
Right. Yes.
So it's
and
very likely that
Herda's
even
been
if they're-
glanced upon, and she's an emanator.
So honestly, I feel like
So
we're
it's possible that the MC is an emanator of both destruction and preservation, and if they are and if both turn out to be true, I'm just
Or it
gonna
could actually...
it's gonna feed into a theory. I know Ari saw it, but I'm not sure how many other people saw it. This was a hot minute ago that I posted it.
What was it?
So I made this theory that the Trailblaze path might be able to connect the paths of all the Eons. But I wasn't sure how much ground that held, because it was mostly tinfoil hat speculation on my part.
Yeah, I think, that clearly seems to be some part of the goal, is to actually just, because we're trying to connect all the worlds, which inherently should connect the different paths. But I am worried about if they were trying to actually connect paths, what that would mean, what that would actually entail, because Herda mentions once paths cross, then it's who's gonna come out on top.
Yeah, I could, what I came up with was maybe using because the different paths are different parts of the imaginary elements, so I thought maybe theoretically they could use the imaginary tree as a medium to pull it off.
Okay.
Yeah, well, also, we don't know where Akavelli went.
I'm
That
not
is true.
even 100% convinced that my dude's dead.
Oh, I don't think he's dead either.
Yeah, so if paths crossing tends to result in one Aeon absorbing another, then maybe
Or,
Akavelli is just hiding somewhere as to not get absorbed into different paths.
So real quick.
Wasn't it implied in Himiko's it was her 5th story, I think, that she actually had a face-to-face conversation with Aki Billy?
Oh, yeah, that conversation. It's not directly stated that it was Akavilli, but it's everyone thinks that it was Akavilli, because
And it makes perfect sense with like some of the dialogue and obviously the blurred out name. Why would Hoyo like blur out the name if it wasn't someone we knew or someone important?
Right, and that also follows up with the way that she spoke to us before we joined the Express, where she says, it was actually right before the Doomsday Beast attack, I think, where she mentions she
Like,
thinks she knows who we are, but but she's not going to say it.
She wants to wait until she can confirm it for sure. And
Right.
like there was, like it's not even funny how many hints there are of a connection between the MC and Akivili. And I mean, like, I gotta mention this because like, sure, Herda could have done something to make us look like Akivili, but Aha, like, he probably like knew that this was all like that simulated universe was just a simulation and that he was just a bunch of data.
Yeah, and still
he
called
still
us.
recognized us as Akivili,
Right.
and it could just be Aha being Aha, but it's worth mentioning the question.
Yeah, and I agree, and I have like written that down before, but so okay. I was gonna mention, this is kind of off topic. I just want to go back to it.
We've been going off topic left and right.
Yeah, I know. I expected this to happen because that's just how it normally goes anyway. But with us saying that he could have given the mask of the relic set to Julian, and that's how he's able to change his appearances. Do we know who gave Hook her weapon? Was it also Sampo? Because we know for a fact Sampo gave Sele her weapon. He gave her the scythe.
Honestly, I don't know why. I just always thought that like it was either Natasha or something Hook built like herself.
Yeah,
I
I wouldn't be surprised if Hook somehow built it herself, because it just kind of seems like that, because she has such an attachment to it.
Yeah, it just kind of gave more like a kiddish like, oh, this is my toy, and it also is a weapon.
Yeah.
One thing about that, Vigortron was the name. It's probably based off of Luca's thing, because Luca in the trailer that we saw him with has something very similar design, only it's more of a gauntlet.
That is true.
Yeah, like he's got like a he's like got a like advanced gauntlet thing. From the looks of it.
Give me 1 second. You guys can discuss for just a second. I'm gonna catch up on chat because I've been forgetting to read it. Sorry, chat. I'm sorry. It's hard to keep track of everything. Do you think it's possible for a character to follow more than one path, like the MC? Like Simba could follow Nihility and the Elation, or is it just unique to the MC? I have mentioned this before. I don't think it is unique to the MC. I just think it's a very, very rare occurrence. I would not be surprised if we saw another character that kind of follows different paths, because there's nothing in the game that states that you can only follow one. Because it is stated in game that you can switch between different paths depending on how your ideals change over time, right? That's the whole thing about like humanity, is you evolve and you change your ideals, and so you can swap paths and whatnot. So I would not be surprised if someone's ideals were so strong that matched with two different paths that they could have been granted a power from both paths. So I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a rare occurrence and not unique to the MC. And also, yeah, Alacia technically isn't playable yet, so we don't know. And Emanator seems likely to follow that specific Aeon ideal. Right. I mean, they have to. Like, they kind of have to. There is Herda. She is an Emanator of Naus and given long life. I don't think her being an Emanator is what gave her long life, because she found the anti, like, aging thing, right? I mean, to be fair, she may have found that because of the power of knowledge that she was granted, but I don't think it was directly involved with her, like, just becoming an actual Emanator. You just go crash to get keep with the brain power. I'm sorry. It's okay. That's why we're streaming. Pathstrider seems more following that path's idea, but not really aligned with the Aeon. Right, and also every Emanator it has been granted power from the Aeon directly, so I'm assuming they would actually mention that they have been, like, contacted by the Aeon, like gazed upon or saw them or something. Regarding Himiko, do you think she has other motives? Because I feel that she is not as honest as she appears to be. and accepting us in the astral crew seems suspicious. I don't think it seems suspicious that she's accepting us into the astral crew, because she does also do the same thing when we ask if Serval can join. She was very, very open to the idea. I don't think that is sus. I don't think she has any, like, evil motive. She clearly has other motives, right? She clearly does. I don't think they're evil motives, but she does have something planned, for sure. I definitely don't think it's possible to be an emanator of multiple paths, but being a path strider, yeah, I don't think it's possible to be an emanator of multiple paths. That is probably unique to the MC, right? Because if we are actually an emanator as the MC, then that would be the unique part, is we somehow are emanators of multiple aeons. But yeah, trailblazing, I think, is path striders of multiple paths is probably more possible. Okay, so yeah, I am gonna write down that Sampo gave Sele her weapon as well, because I think it is interesting that he has now given, if he did give the mask to Julian, that he's basically handing out these powerful ass relics, which again lines up with, you know, aha, he's just doing it for fun, just to see how people use it, but.
It's just a massive troll of an eon.
Yeah.
Listen, Aha saw a baby fall off the world tree or whatever and just started laughing, and that laugh somehow broke reality.
Yeah,
like,
that is true.
There's a lot to unpack there.
So I am gonna pull this over real quick.
Yeah, the path of Elation is just, if shitposting was a religion. I find that hilarious.
For real, that basically sums it up.
Talk through memes at this point.
Okay, so
No, that's the remembrance.
Can you? No, in this
The video.
Yeah.
Yes, we can, Chief.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect.
Well,
I
at
just
least
want
on the
to.
Discord.
You're all good.
Perfect. We're gonna rewatch this and we're gonna listen to what he says, and yeah.
Oh, it was a close thing, all right. Good thing it dawned on me. Hey, Sampo doesn't have to be a protagonist, right? The likes of us are better suited to, shadowy comic relief, eh? Turns out the Astral Express crew is more fun than I expected. You liked it? Really? Told you so. No, I'm in no hurry to leave. What? Oh, Epsilon? What fun can you get out of a giant Vanity Fair like that? True happiness always entails the manifestation of the dignity of mankind. Now, that's a quote I live by. Well, bye for now. Send my regards to the guys and girls in the tavern. Oh, and don't forget to say that Sampo Kasky will catch them for the next one. Time to make my curtain call. To you, my dear audience, I dedicate my performance. I wonder, did I bring a little more joy? You don't have to answer that. But if the answer is no, then you'll...
Okay, so I
you probably
think
see the amount of
Like,
parallels
aha
with the things I was
connections.
talking about.
yeah, it's very clear that he's a masked fool. Like, it's just like it seems there's no other, like, you cannot refute that. But
Breaks the fourth wall.
okay, that's what I was gonna bring up. I do not think he's breaking the fourth wall. It is set up to where it seems like he's talking to us, the player, but he's clearly talking to someone here, and I think he could just be talking to, like we said, he could just literally be live streaming it to the other, like, masked fools. I think he's talking to other masked fools.
The thing that makes me still feel like, as much as that could be the case, I feel like that the fact that, like, the MC was apparently, like, dreaming about, like, that, I don't know how much,
You think he's
like,
just talking to the MC directly?
I mean, that could be
think-
possible, but, like, it was via a dream,
Oh,
so,
it
like,
was a-
who
Okay, no,
knows? It was,
yeah,
like,
it
one of
was
those
also
aware of the
theorized to
universe
be a-
dreams.
Yeah, it was also stated to be a dream, but I think the main leading factor onto why it's fourth wall breaking is because AHA has done that a lot in the process of making sort of the simulated universe. Is able to like instantly break the fourth wall in
Yeah, like
many situations when they were
Always
developing it.
realizes he's in a game. Basically, there's not a single
Yeah,
situation where
yeah.
Right.
He thinks the whole play is a joke, so he'd probably realize that by knowing that it's a game. That's a whole path of elation thing. Um,
and not
so
to
that's
mention
the
he's
main reason why
apparently
it's
like
probably
figured
fourth
this
wall
thing out
breaking
multiple
because it's
times.
related to AHA.
Uh-huh.
But it could also not be. It could also not be. But
Us talking about the
I'm willing
dream.
to bet that gaming could like fall under the path of elation because like it like games can bring you fun and joy and that sort of stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I could see that definitely.
I mean, his path resonance is quite literally just like a gaming pad or whatever. So
Yeah, like I think that the elation path in simulated universes mainly follow-up attacks, if I'm not mistaken.
I would know. Yes.
Yeah,
it
it's
quite-
based
it
around follow-up
is.
attack.
Okay, so here's something that I completely forgot about. Or I mentioned it earlier, literally this stream, that the Dreamland is interesting. But since we talked about I completely forgot that the whole dream thing. We've technically never fallen asleep on the Lafu yet, but it's only happened on Eurilo, where we had the little dream thing. And in the Dreamland analysis, it literally mentions, I'm going to read this. Dream sharing is one possibility. There was once a very young patient who recorded the ritual she would perform in her dreams. To my knowledge, this ritual exists only in the distant past, and the people around her had no means of knowing about it to begin with. No one told her about the ritual, so how did she know about it? This is why I believe that some dreams can be affected and influenced by others, but I have no idea how this sharing and the concept behind it works. I'm also reminded of one more thing. Maybe it has nothing to do with dreams of prophecy. Maybe it has nothing to do with dreams of prophecy. A patient once asked me, is there anything real in a dream? The question is a hard one to answer. After all, your senses and memories are mixed together, and it's hard to tell them apart in a dream. We can only admit that we know too little about the dreamland.
I mean, like I could see like dreams being like more so like a vision of like I'm not gonna say like past or future because like that's a little because like we don't really know much about that besides Elio has the ability to see into the future. I'm gonna say that, and I know in real life sometimes dreams can predict the future. Like I have had that actually happen to me on like a one-off occurrence, but like I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But like I think that like in the Trailblazers case, and like I think this might be the most common, is like dreaming of like getting a vision and like dreaming of like present events that are happening right now that you wouldn't be able to like see or know about otherwise.
Right, because it's the same thing that happened with when we saw Sele and Branya talking, because we knew that they talked, and when you could talk to Sele, you could bring up the fact that they were talking to each other, which means we did see that as well.
And not to mention, it was in like that vision that the Trailblazer got when they saw like when they got a glance from Nook, and like that could hint at like maybe the Trailblazer has a portion of Elio's like capabilities, but like theirs is like severely limited either to like the near future or like the present. But that's a bit of tinfoil, but it does kind of make sense.
Do we think that the dreams were caused by something along with Sampo, or do we think it was caused by the Stellaron inside us resonating with the Stellaron on Eurilo?
I'm gonna say it was either the Stellaron or we had some Eon interference.
100%
like, I'm not
Sampo.
gonna even speculate which Eon, but like I could see an Eon easily being capable of doing that.
I don't think an Aeon would do that though.
I mean, I'm just throwing out random ideas. I have no idea, to be honest. The Stellaron honestly seems like the more likely candidate. That or we were getting like that Elio power acting up like I mentioned earlier, if that turns out to be true.
Okay, so let me. Okay, I think. Is there anything else in terms of Sampo being with the Stellaron hunters that we can bring up?
Except for a dude except for they have this one member named Sam, and like people like I can't tell if people are genuinely joking about this or not, but they say Sam like, and then they're like Sampo Kotsky.
Yeah, is cut. Yeah, Sam is the cut off version of Sampo.
Yeah, like it's like a raw connection. Like you can see it, but like there's just not enough to support it. But with what we've been talking about now, I can at least see Sampo maybe worked with the Stellaron hunters, and they like I could see like one of the Stellaron hunters basically like beating us to your reload real quick and just finding Sampo and being like, so hey, these people are coming, and like yada 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 yada,
Yeah,
and then he just goes from there and follows this script because like, and it wouldn't be hard to convince him. They could just say it'll be fun, and he'd be on board.
I think another thing that, like, if Sampo was a part of the Stellaron Hunters, it's weird that Silverwolf doesn't have a voice line about Sampo. Because, I mean, it could be, because she has one about Kafka and Blade.
I mean, she doesn't have one about Sam either, does she?
No, she doesn't. But I just mean, like, in general, in terms of, like, characters that we already have in the game, like, I mean, she even has one about Blade, and Blade's not even in the game yet. So I think it's weird.
I mean, he was in the beta, and he's made an appearance in-game, so I guess that's good enough.
Yeah. I mean, and same with Kafka. Kafka's technically not, like, playable yet, but we have a voice line about
I mean, we got to trial her, answer Wolf, like, during the tutorial phase, so close enough.
Oh, wait, what? She does have a voice line about Sam? On the Astral Express. Wait, when she's a hologram?
What?
Wait, when?
Uh-oh.
Pardon?
Oh, this is gonna make or break this theory. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. We may have something, boys.
Let me now hold up. My Silverwolf's still on the Astral Express.
I swear it's gonna be purposely vague, so we're just.
By the way, how do you get different voice lines?
Begging desperately.
Because I've seen people get the. I've seen different people like get the voice line of Silverwolf talking about Welt looking at her, like giving glances, but I've never gotten that one yet.
I mean, random.
I mean, knowing Welt, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he did glance over and just noticed, like, a hologram of a Bronya look-alike. And then just decided not to pay attention to it.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What? When the room is dark and Sam is waiting on the couch?
What?
Okay. Is there more?
Let me talk to my Silverwolf. Hold up. Let me see this.
Yeah, hold on. Let me check out what Silverwolf's gotta say.
That's so funny that none of us have ever seen this. If what they're saying is actually there.
God damn it, Hook! Why are you here?
How do you? Is there a way to like actually get the visitors to change? Like, can you just keep jumping on and off the express to get them to change?
Listen, Hook. I'm
usually
glad to see you, but not
reset.
Does it really happen on daily reset? Oh, that's kind of unfortunate.
I think so. Yeah.
Ah. Silverwolf is here for like an entire week, and then all of a sudden it's Hook the one day I need them to be.
Okay, yeah, because it looks like it. I have Hook and Japard here.
Yeah, both? God.
You got the child,
Oh,
and
wait,
you got the Silvermane captain.
Oh no, I remember how it is. Okay, so it's daily because you can get Stellar Jade by talking to them.
Wait, what? Do what? What?
Yep.
Yeah, you get Stellar Jade from talking to them. That's also the reason that it's random dialogue each time.
Oh, okay, I got you. She even said that Kafka and Blade are the type of people of waiting to scare people after turning the lights on. What? I get Kafka, but Blade doing that? That's funny.
Yeah,
I mean, if Donkong's dream is anything to go by, I could see Blade totally like ambushing people in the dark out of nowhere.
Is there? I'm looking it up. Is there like a video that shows the voice lines of her on the Express?
No, unfortunately, it's usually just the Welt dialogue, since that's the dialogue that everyone likes.
Oh no, here it is. Silverwolf
like
at the Express,
no
at the Astral Express, all dialogue options.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna need you to stream this. Hold up.
Yeah, we need to see this. Like,
Feato, This is a shout out to Feato for having this video actually coming in clutch. Not a lot of views either, kind of unfortunate, but if we could plug that.
He's probably gonna be getting views here in a minute.
Okay, I'm putting the link in the description as well, but I'm going to stream this very quickly. Oh wait, can you still see this?
I can see it.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, let's look. Let's take a gander.
Yo.
Hello.
Wait, they're not all. Wait, are they all voiced? Am I dumb? Did I not realize that they're all voiced?
What's wrong with you? You look like you just got shocked by an electric snail. Relax. I'm just dropping by for a visit. I was hacking through the dark regions of the inner astral network a while ago and happened to see a signal from the Astral Express. So I thought I'd stop by to check it out.
She's so silly.
What you see in front
Is
of
the
you
stream
is
working?
a hologram. Just
The
as
stream's
hologram.
frozen.
The stream's been frozen.
Oh, is it?
Unlucky. Yeah. It is.
Yeah, we can still
I'm just
get
watching.
audio,
I'm just
but,
watching the
not,
YouTube
like-
stream.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, here you go. Can you see now?
Thank you.
This is the whale
Yeah, we got it.
holograms you
Okay,
see
so far she's
floating
just been
around
doing the
Express.
first one that you
Here,
like get.
see for yourself. Seeing is believing, right? If you're still not convinced, you can cut off the network connection on the Express, and I'll disappear into thin air. Until you turn it back on, of course.
Okay, so that's the first one.
What you see in front of you is just a hologram, harmless as a puff of air. You don't need another demonstration, do you? Hello. What do you mean, what am I doing? Everyone else is here. Can't I be too? Relax. I'm just dropping by for a visit. Hello.
Wait.
Just dropping by for a visit.
Okay, I don't think this is all of them. I think that's just all the ones on the first one.
That's the
Okay.
initial dialogue.
Yeah, the initial dialogue. Okay, do you have a link to that? Okay, because they just put it in chat. Okay, just put it in chat. She says, isn't it often the case in movies that a guy comes home and turns on the lights only to find someone sitting on the sofa waiting for him? Kafka and Blade both like to do that, and Sam won't even give the guy a chance to turn the lights on. So
Okay.
Huh. The fact that she does just say Sam and not a full name shows that the name wasn't cut off. I think, but I mean, they could just
be,
still
like,
call
keeping it
Sam
a secret
Sampo,
if it is actually Sampo. Like, why would the Stellaron Hunters like do that? Like, just why?
I don't. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know why they would continue to. I could see if they wanted to keep it a secret. I could see why they would want to do that while we're on the like on Eurilo. But after we finish the arc, I wouldn't imagine that they would still need to keep it a secret.
I mean, maybe it's like one of those things where, like, since the MC is
Sample's
like
request.
basically an ex-Stellaron Hunter, like, and like they don't remember their past, like for whatever reason, like it could have been something with Elio's script or whatever. But like maybe like they think that like if the MC knew Sampo was a Stellaron Hunter, like they would just go back to Eurilo and try to find him so they could potentially get answers about their past, and that would cause a whole bunch of screw ups with their script, and
Yeah.
we'd
Definitely
be
not.
screwed when we face Nanook.
So
Yeah.
you're
I don't
saying
think so.
it's completely
mean-
different in Chinese. Sam/Sampo doesn't work at all. Okay, that's actually a big factor too. Is how it's actually put in Chinese. So
Vanity, I've been trying to
Yeah.
ask this.
Yeah.
Have you checked the rating gun with Sampo yet?
it doesn't work.
Oh, please,
Yeah.
can we not get into that yet? That's like a whole Emanator theory. That Sampo is an
Oh
Emanator,
my
and that's like
God,
completely
yeah.
different from Stellaron Hunters. That's completely different.
Wait. Does the rating gun only not rate emanators?
Didn't it?
That's
Didn't
that's what it's theorized to, yes, because
It
it has
didn't rate
it
for
does
that,
invalid for Marge, Jingyu, Yuan, and Sampo, who all have very, who all are confirmed emanators or very likely to be emanators.
But it rates Herda, doesn't
we
it?
get a rating for the MC, but like
Well,
we
that's
don't
a
even know
doll.
if they're an emanator or not.
Oh.
So Hoyo just could
You're
be
a
like
vessel.
keeping. I know that, but like they could potentially. They're an emanator candidate. So like Hoyo knows who their audience is. They know we'd pick up on something like that.
Yeah.
So they could just have done like gave the MC a rating like as a misdirection.
I could 100% see it doing that, yeah.
They do that all the time, yeah.
But also, the fact that you bring up that it works on Herda because it's a puppet actually makes sense. But yeah, let me not start talking about the rating gun right now. But that is very interesting. We should bring that up at some point.
Yeah.
Rabbit hole we don't want to go down.
Well, we do want to go. Yeah, at this moment.
Yeah,
Save that hole
like
for later.
I would gladly go down the rating gun emanator rabbit hole any day of the week.
Rating gun does not rate Sampo. Okay, so I think that's all we're gonna have for Sampo and being a Stellar Hunter. So now I mean we've already talked about it a little bit, but we can start going into the Mass Fools. About the tavern. The tavern. Do you guys like know anywhere else where the tavern is mentioned besides when Sampo mentions it? It being mentioned in the description.
Of a tavern simulated universe on like those like occurrence things.
That's true. Yeah. Can we read the
tavern.
occurrences in the simulated universe now? I know we can see, or we get
I think
Stellar
it's on the
for it
diagram.
now.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can.
Event.
If not, I'll just do a sim-universe run.
That works too, and just get screenshots.
Tavern.
I'm pretty sure it's in the diagram.
Oh, it doesn't let you read it? Okay, let me pull the diagram up.
It's the LOA style tavern, right?
Do you know where it is on the...
Do I need to go pull it up?
Oh, here it is. Okay, so you reach an Elway style tavern with a okay, wait, what the hell's an Elway style tavern?
Time to ask Dr. Google.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. An Elway style. Oh, wait, that's like an actual thing? An Elway style tavern.
I think it's sort of like this sort of taverns that have a kind of like casino aesthetic.
It's like golden lighting kind of.
Yeah, it
rustic.
literally just looks like a normal. Like if it's talking like appearance wise, then yeah, it's kind of like
really
low
It could just be like a
lighting.
certain style of taverns. Like it says L style, so.
Yeah. Okay, so you order a cocktail concocted with marine oranges and palm cinnamon. Then you observe the crowd. Everyone is wearing a mask and has different body sizes. From this, you know it's a tavern where the masked fools gather. So are we just gonna say that all the masked fools have the thief mask from the relic set?
I mean, I could see it. They're called the masked fools for a reason.
Right.
We don't know if they're all the same mask though.
True. Welcome to Tavern World's End. Broggy, the bartender, bows deeply to the patrons and continues. We only serve customers with a sense of humor. In keeping with Aha's will, we will have some fun next. Mr. France and his team of bodyguards will be the next to join the arena. His opponents will be Avila. He and his mercenaries are burly and not to be underestimated. So, they just have, like, organized bar fights at the tavern?
They say a number of how many of they've had so far, which is even funnier.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, let me pull that up as well. The letter from the Comet Hunter mentions the tavern.
Something about like it's like something 5,000 something, I think.
Let me bring that up. That's from this one, right? Okay, where exactly was it? Was it in... Oh. things work out, send your reply to the tavern World's End. There's a seat if you walk in, turn left, and walk 5 steps. You'll find it in the 9th row, the one with an iron bell and an aster felicis plant hanging over. Shove the letter under the 4-liter Capocali tankard. Okay. I'm gonna write down every instance in which the tavern is mentioned. So we have
Simulated universe.
Sampo cutscene. We have the simulated universe. We have the letter from the Comet Hunter. Part 1. Does he mention it in the other parts as well?
Might as well look while you got it pulled up.
Let's see. An Astro Rod. Okay, no, that was the only one that they mentioned there. And then it also mentions it, which if you guys have read this one, let me find it. Was it this one? I think it's this one. A Fool's Play. Calamity's Wrath seeks Olden Clash. Fool's Blade rends divine flesh. And it talks about, like, the fight between Nanook and someone. Oh, wait, hold on. My headphones just died.
Yeah.
Okay, hello?
All we really know is I think Tazaroth is like the one who created the swarm and their master. And we know the swarm's still out and about, and Tazaroth may not be completely dead, if you know what I'm referencing.
Yes. Wait. I forgot that I read this before I knew what it meant by like the ruin, Arthur.
I can't. Alright, I gotta leave soon. So if there's anything else you need to talk to me about, diagram. You have any final questions about it?
You know, this is not.
Supposed to shine. So yeah, like I'll take a look at the diagram in just a second.
Alright, see you around. Good luck. Best
All
of
right,
luck on
see
your
ya.
friend.
See ya. Thank you for the diagram and joining us. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Okay, so yeah, it says others seek to destroy, or yeah, so some seek to steal it for making ichor infused mead. And then they say, that's right, exactly. I've heard of this. It is rumored in a tavern somewhere in this galaxy that serves this mead on its menu. And it just talks about the Bloody Mary. And so I'm assuming that the tavern that they're talking about it would make sense that the Fool's Tavern would serve a drink that has Nanook's golden ichor blood in it.
I mean, it might be tasty. Who knows? Oh, who am I kidding? That thing probably tastes like crap.
I mean, it looks shiny. You never know. Okay, so a Fool's Play.
If we ever like went there and like we got the chance to order that drink and its description said something along the lines of "it tastes like honey," I don't even know what to say to that.
Really hope that we do actually get to visit the tavern because of how much they talk about it. I think it'd be very nice.
I mean, if the Path of Elation becomes playable, you know we're stopping at the masked fools.
True. True.
And I mean, it's already playable in Simulated Universe, and it seems to mainly focus on follow-up attacks. Which...
Is the sound cutting out for anybody else? Let me know, because the headphones did change. Yeah.
I digress.
I think we should get an elation one, or one dedicated to follow-up attacks, because that would be nice.
I mean, they've already kind of hinted at it vaguely through Simulated Universe. But who knows how reliable Simulated Universe is at this point, apart from Eon lore.
Exactly. So is there anywhere else that you guys have seen the tavern actually be mentioned?
Obviously, I think I might have seen it in like the Masked Fools like data bank entry, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, let me pull that up. Oh, not animated creatures. Oh, that's right. I just got rickrolled again. I completely forgot that that's what that was.
Oh my god.
Hey, mushroom.
I heard a bark.
Yeah, I think she needs to go outside. I'll let her out in just a second. Okay, so it doesn't actually mention the tavern with the masked fools. Does it mention it with Aha themselves?
Preservation is blockhead. Where have we heard that before?
Let's all the aliens are. I know, mushroom. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I don't see it there. When are you planning to play Genshin? Probably. I'm gonna probably start the series the week after next. Because next week I'm not gonna be able to stream as much because I'm having to watch my mom's house while she goes out of town. But once I return from that week, then we'll be streaming pretty often there.
Not to mention we've got Fontaine around the corner.
Yes, that's exactly why I'm replaying it. Also, sorry, I definitely thought I deafened myself when I was speaking. I didn't mean to just talk to chat through you guys.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, so where else would the tavern be mentioned? I don't think Sampo doesn't have anything about the tavern in his actual voice lines, does he? Sampo? Oh, there he is. Sampo is so stupid.
Love Sampo.
back when he first arrived in the underworld, I used to bring Natasha the medicines she needed. So, was Sampo... Did he arrive on Eurilo after the underworld was already cut off? Or is that just the first time that he actually went to the underworld? Is my question.
I mean, it seems like he's been dealing with Natasha, and like, it seems like he's been there for a while at least.
Yeah.
I feel like he went to the underworld and then it got cut off. That was like around the timing, but he already knew how to get back up, so that wasn't really an issue for him.
I don't know,
because
because
he's been a supply runner ever since for like Wildfire, and like he's been like he gave CLA her weapon. He plays with the kids. He potentially gave Julian that mask.
right, yeah.
So he's just kind of been doing whatever he pleases, and then like, you know.
Because another thing is, during that cutscene, he does say, "I'm not in a hurry to leave," which to me sounds like he's saying that he hasn't been there for that long, or he's just like, I don't know. Anytime I've heard someone say that phrase, it means like they haven't been doing it for very long, and that they're not in a hurry to leave, or it's just
like, I mean, it could just be like, I'm in no hurry to leave, and then like, he could have been mentally like, cause I'm having fun here.
Yeah, okay.
That's one reason. Another reason is that he's probably left before. Like, Sampo's disappeared like many times before from Belobog. It's very likely that he could just leave whenever he wants.
That'd be
I mean,
so
he probably
weird.
didn't go to Epsilon from the way he talked about it.
From the looks of it, he could have just left back for Epsilon whenever he would needed to, but he probably didn't because he had a script to follow, or he was just enjoying himself.
Well, he also just doesn't like Epsilon, so he doesn't make sense for him to really want to go there.
From like what he said, it sounds like he just sees it as like an unnecessary thing, like with the way it's set up. It kind of almost sounds like a giant theme park, and well, as fun as theme parks are, they're not your best sources of entertainment.
Interesting. Okay.
Wait, why is there like that one thing that's like question that's like just pure question marks?
Wait, where? Oh, it's because I don't have it ascended yet. I don't have him ascended to 80.
Seems weird that they would block it out just because you don't have them leveled up.
Yeah, I mean that's what they do for everyone. Yeah, I don't know why they do it.
Is that a new thing for this patch?
No, I don't think so. I think it's always been question marks. For some reason, even though it's literally just going in order.
And I mean, the Trailblazer, like, we're probably not getting a new story until the completion of the Law Fu arc.
Yeah, that's actually, I don't think I've ever realized that it was going, that I didn't see that it says your story, like, on here. So, yeah, that's funny that we're probably not going to get that one until we finish it. I don't think it's mentioned anywhere else except the loading screen. Let me see.
Or I could totally see Poyo pulling a Traveler 2.0 and, like, making it so, like, they don't, their stories, like, we can't, like, unlock their stories, even though it's been, like, several patches.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay, give me 1 second. I am going to go let, Mushroom out. And then I will be right back. But if you guys want to keep, discussing about, Sampo being involved with the Mass Fools and what other connections we can talk about, I will be right back. I am going to deafen, and I'll be here in, like, 7-10 minutes. Okay. I will be right back, chat. I'm going to let Mushroom out. I'm going to put... I need to start putting my dog, in case people don't realize that Mushroom is my dog. Okay. I deafened just, you know, because I don't want to just leave the VC open while I'm not able to moderate it. Again, I think everyone is very sweet. I don't think anyone would do anything, but just in case. Just in case. So I'm going to let you vibe to the music while I disappear for a second. BRB. I return. I return. All right, I am back. So
Hey Van.
yeah, what?
Question.
Yeah.
From the perspective of a YouTuber, do you think we have enough for you to make a video?
Oh, we'll absolutely have enough. I mean, I know right now we don't we haven't covered that much, but there's 100% enough in the game for us to cover to make a full video.
Sweet.
Yeah. I have no doubt about it, especially because this was Sampo was something that I was going to make a video on anyway, like at some point. So it being the theory just ended up working out. But yeah, I have no worries about us not having enough. Oh, hello. Did Discord just crash? Or is my computer crashing? I think it was just Discord. Hello? Oh, is Discord updating? What just happened? Discord, come back. Discord, come back. Oh, the passerby relic? Yeah, we did. Or I mean, not on stream. We haven't, but I have read it. Yeah. So you talking about the fact that Blade has immortality, or that's what that one is insinuating. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, my Discord just straight up crashed. But we're back. So one thing that I wanted to. This music is so loud in my ears. Hold on. One thing that I wanted to bring up was we already basically confirmed that Sampo can travel between different worlds. One, because he talks about the fact that he could go to Epsilon but doesn't want to, and two, if we bring in the light cone back up, the background doesn't really look like Belobog. Because the dude in the background is straight up wearing a suit, and no one in Belobog looks like that.
Yeah.
So I need to put down that Sampo just has the ability to actually travel between worlds.
Yeah, we just don't know the means yet.
Right. Say this is actually put in my notes why we think that. I hope at some point they'll actually add the planets. Like, let us see what the Express has on the planets.
Yeah.
I really hope they add that.
Oh, is it? Blade. Oh, in the Passerby Relic set, Blade met 2 Stellaron hunters when he was recruited. One woman with sunglasses, Kafka, and one is colossal armor. Maybe Sam? Yeah, I don't know. Because we know nothing about Sam, so I don't really want to go too much into who Sam could be, just because at this point we've already confirmed that it's really not Sampo. But I also need to put down that the cache is not Shell here. In the light cone, the cache shown is not. Is it called? Is it called Shell? On Urila, what's the currency?
Shields, I think.
Shield. That's right.
Yeah, okay, I was wondering what you were talking about.
Yeah,
It's like, what's a
shield.
shell?
I don't know why I thought it was shell. Also, since Discord crashed, I probably stopped my stream, so let me restream my screen. Hopefully it won't cause my Discord to crash again, but we'll see. Okay. Let me also move this. If it will let me. There we go. Okay. I want to, for now, let me look at the voice lines that people have for Sampo. I just want to see what they say about him. Because I'm assuming what? Natasha has one? Yeah.
I would assume the underworld character.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone from the...
Obviously, Japard.
Oh, I don't have Japard. Does Japard have one?
Yeah, Japard has one, and I have Japard.
Okay, perfect. If you have your game open, if you can just let me know what he says. Yeah, Pella does not have one, but we do know that Pella knows of Sample's existence.
Museum event, like,
Yeah.
I knew Sampo was gonna be the thief.
Yeah, it was really obvious. I was kind of hoping that they would, like, just do a 180 and it actually not be Sampo, but...
Yeah, I was hoping for that too.
It is what it
turned out to be
is.
Sampo, I was like, oh, okay.
Pollo decided to go the obvious route.
Maybe they weren't ready to introduce a new character.
Fair enough.
It could have been a random NPC, but I guess that would have been lackluster for most people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Serval has one about Sampo too, that's right. Nothing of important, though. Hook runs into Sampo almost everywhere. Okay, so let me go. Alio, you said that if we talked to Hook in the underground, she mentioned Sampo. Wait, where is she?
He's by the fighting ring.
Me not remembering where. There it is.
Where Boulder Town is?
Yeah. Hook.
Yeah, she's up those stairs.
I've come to talk to you. Do you know Sampo? The blue-haired man? Of course I do. You haven't been bullied by him, have you? Have I? I only remember bullying him. That man is really nice to me. Few of the adults in Boulder Town want to play with us moles. Mr. Sampo's the only one who will take us out for joyrides. He's different from the other adults. Funny and chatty. Mr. Sampo is definitely one of the good ones. Don't worry, honorary member. That's a bad guy.
So, do you want me to read Japard's voice line for Sampo? Because
Yes.
I have it pulled up now.
Yes, please do.
He's very cunning. According to leads provided by citizens, he's got his hands on a number of ancient relics. He sold most of them off, but it seems he's using others to commit various frauds.
Ah. So I do wonder. I've been wondering if the scythe, I'm assuming, is an ancient relic, Cele's scythe. But I'm wondering, was the scythe from Eurilo, or was it like from somewhere else that he got it? But if he
50-50.
sold it off, yeah. Few of the adults in Boulder Town want to play with us moles, but Sampo's the only one who takes stuff for joyrides. Oh, okay. So it's just the first line that's different. What is... Okay, yeah. Let me go talk to Julian then. I wonder if I can ask them about Sampo. Oh wait.
Yes. See if he'll say anything about his disguise power.
Where is Sampo normally? Like, is Sampo ever just like standing somewhere?
He has a location.
Because I've seen him by the Fight Club sometimes. Okay, let me talk to Julian. I'm wondering, how exactly do you disguise yourself? Hooks at me. No.
He dodged the question, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Wow, Sampo, you really shared your secrets, didn't you?
Okay. Is Alina part of the moles? I think she is, right?
Yeah, she's the cute one that gets free stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And gets letters written about her all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's
She's
an
that cute kid who
NPC.
can bribe anybody.
NPC that talks about Sampo called Shava. Is that the one that's in the overworld that gets scams by him? Or scammed by him all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me go talk to him. I don't think he's going to give me anything important, but...
No, that guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know. I remember
Never
you.
heard- So sometimes idiots have a point.
Can I ask a question? The Dark Blue Scam Victims Association. Members of the association are all former victims. We united to share what we have learned and help the public by raising awareness. Excuse me. The guide goes over case studies of those who were scammed by the blue-haired swindler as evidence of his evil crimes. A painful lesson that we predecessors suffered. The first time I met the guy, he asked if I wanted a parallel universe printer. Well, I asked him how the printer works, and he immediately started rambling on a bunch of, what? About science stuff. I was almost caught up in it. Terms like parallel universes, eons, and parity anomaly. Swindlers love to use these words related to the universe and eons to scam people. So it's funny that that he talks about eons as if he knows, like he's heard about them before, but doesn't like almost everyone else in the story say that they've never heard the word eon?
I mean, how could they not know about their own eon papa?
Okay, that's fair. I guess it's just Sele that I'm thinking of, but Sele is she's
just uneducated.
Yeah, she's just uneducated. So
For real. Like Celia has like a degree of intellect, but I don't think she's really educated.
yeah, no, I don't think so either.
Yeah, she's just good at punching people. She
And
uses Bronya for the smart stuff.
awareness.
Bumped into the same blue-haired guy again in an alley in the commercial district. Wait, is he the ghost?
Oh.
You know the one that keeps talking about the yeah.
The guy who like disappears in the haunting of the alleyway or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I might know what you're talking about.
Let me go over there. Let me see if I can actually talk to them. Cause yeah, they talk about this back alley.
If you've done all the dialogues, I don't think there's anything else.
Is there not? Oh wait, I don't think I've done all the dialogues.
Oh, lucky you.
Venture no closer, no closer, the Iron Gate seems to say.
Cleo, can you unlock that gate one day?
I know, for real. The back alley.
I have made my grandiose return.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What have I missed?
We're trying to see Chavez, the guy who gets scammed by Sampo all the time. He mentioned that he goes into the back alley all the time, and so now I'm trying to see if he is the ghost that this dude is scared of in the back alley.
All right. So can I just say, it's so sad to me that there's like an entire upper district to Bellabog that's just locked off and we can't go there.
I know. Everything, yeah, up there.
To go there. It's probably gonna be like Chasm expansion or like Mondstadt expansions, which are taking forever. Which Chasm took forever, and we still haven't gotten any news on a Mondstadt expansion.
Yeah.
Not to mention, there's another Leeway expansion that should be coming around, but it's not.
One thing that I noticed was that in the Interstellar Journey trailer, they show Linksy, right? I think it's the third the third Landau sibling, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
They show them in a snow forest, which there isn't any locations currently like that.
It's because she's like lore-wise, she's an explorer. She goes out and explores past the walls. So
that's why I'm hoping that when they come out, we get more areas outside of just Bellabog.
Oh, like for I would be surprised if we don't do that, but if it's like a special thing for her companion quest. It's like we join her on an expedition or something.
Like kind of like how certain domains in Genshin work.
Yes. Yeah. Like, for example, can you even go in Genshin? Can you even go to the area where like that upside down statue is anymore, or is that just?
No, I don't think you can after.
It's gone entirely.
Okay.
Back to it in like another quest.
Yeah. Oh, well, isn't it because didn't it collapse actually?
Yeah, no, that cave collapsed.
Oh, okay.
Got
you. Okay, yeah. At least there's a lore reason.
Know that it like completely collapsed. I know that like it got like. I know it partially collapsed, but it didn't completely collapse because we went back there with Dane.
Oh, it collapsed after. That's the thing. It collapsed after the fight with Dane. That's what.
Oh, okay.
So, like, what happened is, Dane goes through the portal, right? You and Paimon.
Hello! Welcome in, Spectrum.
Kind of, like, goes down a bit.
Sorry, I've been to deafen in the Discord. I just cut him off. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing? I did not mean to cut you off. I thought I deafened. Okay.
This
so.
is the second time.
I know. I keep pressing it. Look, see, I pressed it again and it didn't even mute, did it? Ridiculous. No working keybinds.
The game, maybe?
Yeah. Well, if I stand completely still, then. Oh wait, no. Actually, just kidding. Wait. Yeah, keybinds, it's just straight up not working. Okay, sick. Yeah, when I'm in the game, it doesn't work. Good to know. Good to know. That's a fun keybind. Okay, let's, I don't think anyone else actually mentions, Sampo, so let me, oh, wait, actually, just kidding. Let me go talk to Sele. I wonder if she says anything.
She has a line about Bronya and about the fight with Picolia. I don't think she has a Sampo line.
Let's see.
Does anyone know if like it says in Celia's lore like where she got her weapon? Like
it says in her
Sampo, like,
yeah.
Where's the source for that?
The source for that is, you know, the little like teasers that they tweet out where it gives like little like bios of them.
Like those previews?
Yeah. It was in that.
Okay.
It mentions.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in game about it.
All right. I saw Luchas recently though. So that's there for anyone who wants to check it out or hasn't yet.
Wait, actually, wait. I thought those were in game. Let me see.
I mean, I think they are.
If something needs doing, he might be your man. But if you feel like befriending him, do yourself. The chief's right. Sometimes a sharp blade is the only way we may live underground.
Huh. And her story definitely does not mention that. Okay, yeah. So it was mentioned in that little preview, but that was it. No, ma'am. She be barking. Must be barking. Okay. Yeah, so let's bring back up the bookshelf. And let me see if I can try and find... where I talked about the mass fools. Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, is he in the Great Mine?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, you totally right.
I could have sworn he was somewhere. I forgot which teleport it was. Was it? Oh, it's this one. Oh no, he's normally standing there, right, for that one mission. Okay.
Yeah. Dang, I got excited there.
Yeah, because I could have sworn there's a place that I've seen Sample before. It'd be so funny if he actually just changes places all the time. Okay. Yeah, I checked the Fight Club earlier. I think Sampo was only there during the actual mission, like that side mission where with the guy who wore the monster armor. I forget his name. Let's see. It's on a bridge. Spy, Great Mind Chaperone. It's definitely not that one. Oh, geez. There's a lot on this one. I didn't realize that this one was so long. Okay, it's not that one either. Okay, this would be so funny if all these were actually possible in game. The 7 Wonders of Belobog. At a specific point in time, the people that pass by you will suddenly open their arms and make a T-pose.
What? Oh no.
I just come back and that's the first thing I hear.
Yep. They're talking about the 7 Wonders of Belobog.
Oh no. If you're reading this, all of the miraculous things above will happen to you. Imagine the game just fucking bugs out and crashes. After you read this.
I could see Hoyo putting that in.
Underground Encyclopedia. Oh, that just talks about the okay. I wish I could remember where it said it.
What are you looking for now?
I'm trying to find the actual source of where it talked about the mass fools coming to Eurelo 6.
Yeah. if they were on Eurolo 6 a long time ago, maybe one of them made the Meteor Thief set that Sampo's now using.
That would be interesting, but I also don't know how long because I would assume that they've been using it since before they came to Eurelo. But I don't know how old the set is.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how old any of these sets are.
Yeah.
And this can also be applied to Genshin as well.
Journey of the Moles.
I love just reading up on Aha's lore. Like the some universe entries, because he for like several years, or no, it was half a year. No, more than I keep messing up here.
I know
more than
he
a year.
like on the dress for like around a year, disguised as a human, and then like
He just blew it up.
Yeah.
Like it up at the right moment, as a prank.
Yeah, no.
That's
They
a
have
prank,
very
bro.
odd friendship, to say the least. Just a prank, bro.
I could see them kind of being homies, but after that, Aha, you might have went a little too far, my boy. If
The
Aki
reason
really
the
met
name
up
was
with
so-
Aha, I'm gonna be impressed.
Listen, the fact that Aha was dedicated enough to spend more than a year on the Express as a human, that is true friendship, or it's like true hatred. It's one of the two.
Wait,
There's gotta be some kind of like.
did it actually say that they disguise themselves as a human?
Yes, no.
Yes,
if you read
it
the second devlog entry.
Oh, I
Aha,
remember they said that
it
they like
says-
hid on the train, but
So Aha shapeshifted into a human and laid low on Akavili's Express for more than a year. Then finally got the opportunity and blew up half the Express and an entire planet.
I forgot
didn't
about the planet part.
I forgot about the planet. Yeah.
that is I also did not remember the planet part. So, because I originally thought that explosion was what caused it to land on Himiko's planet, but if it destroyed a planet too, then
I don't think that was Himiko's planet.
yeah.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't Himiko's world, and I am still questioning what the heck that accident
If that was actually the
was that
cause
Achilles
of-
supposedly died in. Aha, I swear if you have something to do with that.
Well, I don't think so because they mentioned that the Nameless continued to use the Express even after Akavili's passing, and
Yeah.
Himiko, like that happened with Akavili on the train,
I
and
mean,
so
why else would
yeah.
Aha go? Then again, like in Simulated Universe, like didn't Aha say like something along the lines of like, I blew up your train along with your nameless. Please forgive me.
I don't think they killed any of the Nameless on board. Although.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, well, for now, we're not gonna. He's innocent until proven guilty, right? There was no evidence of the
And
bodies.
forward them to his own mood.
No
They
evidence
just
of the
don't even
bodies.
know.
They
Zero
blew up a
casualties.
planet. There would be no evidence of the bodies.
Well, then they can't be proven guilty by IPC nature. They cannot be proven guilty.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Oh.
The IPC is they're definitely suspicious and probably corrupted in a
the
way.
words of
Oh,
Silverwolf,
1
the IPC is a
million
joke.
%.
Yeah. They probably are, to be honest.
One thing about Aha though, right, is he will mess around with Aeons. Like he messed around with Terminus. Like they say this in his databank entry that he messed around with Terminus for fun. Like how
I wonder what that would mean.
how much of a mad lad do you have to be to go literally mess with the definition of finality itself?
I just want to know what would actually
probably does the
cause
same to Nanook,
finality
too.
to like actually partake
mean,
in something.
Finality doesn't, like, from what we know from Honkai Impact, doesn't seem like a necessarily, like, evil concept to say.
It's just more the concept of the end itself. Like everything has a
Yeah.
set path to that end.
And obviously, like, Kiana could be an emanator of finality.
Or, you know, the finality could just be a variant of Kiana. That's one thing that we could do.
Yeah. But, like, I definitely do see the Hersher finality being an emanator, like, possible. Because that would make sense as to why they're so much more powerful than the other Hershers. Because I have always wondered what makes finality so special.
Kiana is Terminus, confirmed.
Okay, that's a little too far, my boy. Like, I'm sorry. I need more information about Terminus, apart from they are moving forward and backwards in time, murmuring a prophecy that is destined to be fulfilled, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to learn more about that said prophecy.
So sorry, real quick. Do we know anything about Laszlo Landau?
There's another Landau.
He is another Landau.
Since when? What?
It
What?
says in the Once Upon a Snow Sieged Country program, which I don't think I actually have that one unlocked.
Hold on, let me check my thing.
Or maybe I do. Yeah, let me see if I have it in a game.
Is
So I
he
can
one
check.
of their predecessors? Or is he currently alive?
I think it is one of their predecessors because it says the cast of the play. There's someone playing Alyssa Rand, so it has to be in the past. But it has a whole cast of Alyssa Rand.
Like around that time.
I think so. Yes, because it's cast Alyssa Rand, Svetlana, Alexandria, Fanka, Mahal, Katerina, new Supreme Guardian, Architect Jareen, Halls Goeth, and Laszlo Landau.
Okay, so the original go is probably Once Upon a Snow Siege Country program. What was that? Hold on, let me find the.
Oh yeah, I have it here. I actually have it up on stream. Alright, because I actually do have it in the game. If you want to look at it.
Oh, is this like a play?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Alright, so I know what I'm doing. My dove of next. I'm gonna make this an animatic or some shit.
Yeah, page 2.
Alright, I'm gonna go collect the pages.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is talking about the play itself.
I can go collect the other entries if you need me to.
Oh, Guard's Shining Gauntlets relic talks about Laszlo. Okay. I don't know why I'm pulling that up. I don't need to look at that right now. It's good to know that. I will look into that later, but that has nothing to do with what we're actually looking for right now.
Okay, so all the entries.
I mean,
for
just
the,
a little fun fact for later, if we do decide to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
The Landau lineage. Actually, that'd be a pretty good.
That would be a great video, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of vague, like judging like what we have so far, because we only have like the Landau siblings and their parents at the moment.
Oh,
we don't know really like anything else about like their bloodline as a whole besides just the family business and stuff.
Yeah, Vanity. I figured out where the thing spawns. It spawns in the right next to the theater, right? But it's a daily spawn.
Okay, I think I collected all. Yeah, I collected all 3 of them already.
I have not collected all 3 of them, so I'll have to keep coming back for that. Any other lore entries on the masked?
Still trying to find that one. That's the only other thing that I can remember that actually mentions the masked fools on Eurilo, so I want to try and find it.
There's still a bunch of stuff I haven't collected from the Luofu. Although I highly doubt
Same
there's
here.
anything detailing
There's
the
I'm
masked
missing
fools.
stuff on like every location. In terms of like what I have.
I do need to get the list of arch enemies for the Luofu. That's something that I need to get because that details like all of the opposing forces of the Shinjo.
Obviously, we know one of them is any follower of the Abundance. And as for the others, well, let's just say I have this gut feeling the Antimatter Legion is going to be on that list of the hunt.
The destruction? Who could have guessed? It's almost like they're the natural enemy of like everyone. That's such a cool fact. Intelligence with the Shinjo Luofu is collected by Dom Hung. Why don't I have that though? I'm pretty sure I got that. Why is there just
I'm sorry. I've never read this before, but it's an observation diary of a changed child. The int paragraph says, teacher gave my observation diary a 0. Even mommy said I was wrong. I'm so angry. I will be evil from now on. I feel so sad. My chest is painful, but no one can understand my pain. Why am I still writing this diary? I'll become a menace. I will turn into a fragmentum monster and eat both Tommy and Mary first. Then I will eat teacher. I am darkness incarnate, and I will bury this foul observation diary and bury my past. This is the end of the notebook.
Bro turned out evil a bit too early. Bro's like, I am the darkness. I will consume this world.
Oh, that's funny.
Next hair show death right there.
I wonder if she ate Tommy and the mom.
Nobody
Next hair show of death, bro. Let's go.
Well, I'm not gonna say it, but we got the name for it. We got the official name already for it, but I don't know if it counts as leaks because it's like only in Chinese, I think.
Oh no, they announced it. If you're talking about the name of the new Hersher, yeah, they announced it.
All right.
Yeah, no, they announced it on their what's it called? Billy stream, I think.
Dude, it's actually killing me that I cannot find this.
The support format.
Oh, I don't know if my Discord's crashing again or not.
Wait and see, like, till we get like more gameplay, and then I'll decide. Cause like the design seems like it suits Sailor.
Welcome back, so, that is a good question. What are we talking about right now?
Like it has been doing that all stream.
Wait, sorry, give me 1 second. My Discord is bugging out.
At least like a regular consensus. Oh.
Something else to talk about to keep the conversation going.
Okay.
I feel like the lore
I'm
video
back.
should just be more detailing Sampo and the Masked Fools in general, since that's kind of.
Oh, it will
Yeah,
be.
like,
It's gonna
secular thing
deprove.
we have is like Sampo being an emanator.
I know there's enough in the game to warrant it. It's just right now I literally cannot like find anything or
Like
what I remember.
you have enough to like talk about it in terms of speculation, but like not enough to make a theory video. Am I understanding that right?
Yeah, but I know that there is enough to make the video. I just need to actually compile it together, like because oh, I just choked my own spit. Obviously, I don't think that like it was not the plan to find everything like today. It takes a long time to find all the evidence. This like us getting together and trying to find it was just a starting point. Because I am still going to after we finish the voice chat today, I'm gonna go do a bunch of like in-depth research like by myself. And then I'll also post my findings like in the thing. And then if you guys can also do your own research and post the findings in the thread that I created today. But yeah, I mean, I know that there is stuff there. I just need to actually, like find it. Let me actually look back through this diagram that Forbidden made.
Yeah, watch him have that thing that you've been looking for this whole time.
That'd be so funny.
The irony.
honestly, this is very off topic, but I love the ambience of Bellabog.
Yeah,
This
me
kind of
too.
bustling, rustic city. It's so nice to look at. Wait, I just realized. Oh,
What?
I'm only confirming Silverwolf's dialogue about there not being enough to do and just wandering around the map all day. Oh no.
Huh. Guilty of that in Genshin, except I've been actually just grinding for electro sigils.
I have not touched Genshin in weeks. Like, I did the codes, right? Rolled for Kazuha, got nothing, and then just stopped touching the game. Is that game?
I mean, I got Kazuha when he first came out.
Oh, I could have gotten Kazuha when he first came out, but I decided to delay it. On the other hand, I did spend well over $100 on my friend's account to get him Kazuha.
Oh my god.
I realize this now. I've made so many mistakes in my Genshin career, and most of the time when I spend money on Genshin, it's not even on myself. The same is actually applicable to Star Rail.
Oh. Forbidden actually brings up a good point in the normal speed of his ults, where he says the customer is always king. The usage of the word king could be in relation to like him being the jester.
Ah.
That's interesting.
And to betray the king, well, you're gonna have to pay extra. That line is. Honestly, how much have the lines been changed since, like, the first closed beta? That's something we need to look at as well. There's a lot of data that's been censored from the closed beta to the final release, so... Like, for example, when we were talking about the whole imaginary travel space thing, space compression, yeah. Well, that got removed, right? So there's a bunch of data that we could just be missing out on because closed beta, you know.
I mean, there's plenty of that recorded, like on YouTube.
Yep.
But how do we feel about the canonicity of stuff that was removed?
That is another thing we need to address as well. Like,
I
there
mean,
could very
like,
well be...
the thing about Welt's analogy on, like, how the Astral Express, like, works, like, that did not need to be removed.
Yeah, I don't know why that got removed. That was, I think they just did that because they didn't want to try and overcomplicate things. They were just like, you guys can just figure it out, but...
They didn't want to make it like Honkai Impact 3rd, what they did with, like, the later chapters where quantum physics got involved.
True,
quantum
true.
physics was
But I
really
love
becoming
that.
so
Quantum physics is so
rare,
lovable,
like,
but it's sometimes a bit
imaginary,
hard to
like-
understand.
Also, the info.
Nelsie! Oh, I didn't... Wait, did you become a member, like, just now? I didn't see the little pop-up. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome.
You know,
Yeah, they might just add it back.
I hope you enjoy the emotes, by the way.
could be
Yeah,
like a
I
data
could see
entry.
that, because that really had no right to get removed.
That or it's like been moved to another thing where it's going to be relevant on like later occasions. Like, oh yeah, how does the express work? Well, it works off of imaginary power.
Well,
The
it
actual
still
substance
has
is, like,
the...
Doesn't it, like, like, I know this is like, extremely, like, suspicious and not exactly trustworthy, but doesn't Himiko say that there's, like, rumors floating around that the heart of Akibili themselves powers the Express, and, like...
She does mention that that's a rumor that people think. Or it was Pom Pom that said it or something. Because they're like,
I
but
think it was Himiko.
there can't be two hearts or whatever, she says.
I mean,
yeah,
if
because
the
Pom Pom,
heart-
right?
I mean, I could see the heart being like a Stellaron tethered to the Trailblaze path.
Pom Pom is the heart of Machiavelli. Confirmed.
Oh my god. I swear, these Pom Pom is Akavili theories is gonna turn out like Paimon all over again.
Yeah, it is the same thing rehashed.
Anytime I see that theory, I have to shut it down just because of like the amount of craziness the theories have gotten with Paimon is honestly starting to get ridiculous at this point.
I'm honestly really glad that Pom Pom has a less major role than Paimon, because I fucking hate Paimon.
Oh my.
Yeah.
There are
Like,
times
the
when
little
I,
mascot characters, I could really do without.
like
there are times when Paimon just feels like it's like nice to have her around to like lighten things up, but then there are other times where it's just like, gosh, can you shut up for a minute?
I think it's just I don't know. It's nice to have the MC talk instead of like someone else talking
Yeah.
for us. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that like. I think a lot of people would like Paimon more, even if she talked the same amount, if just the MC talked too. I think people are just upset that Paimon just talks for the MC. Also, I'm trying to find that.
Other repetition doesn't hurt.
Isn't there
It
like
doesn't help.
an explanation that like I thought that there was an explanation that said the traveler isn't very good at speaking like the Teyvat common tongue, so
Well,
they have Paimon do it for them. But like I don't know how accurate that is anymore.
that is not
I feel like
accurate
it's
whatsoever.
copium.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Yeah, because the thing
Maybe
about that is they still do dialogue, right? There's dialogue options,
It's
right?
just
that they
not
talk.
voice acted, unlike the Trailblazer.
And they can perfectly speak in Teyvatian as detailed in their voice.
Is it really?
Lines.
Yeah, and like also like the thing where we like went to rest.
It's hidden until you get it? Really? There's hidden achievements? I did not know that. Is it actually hidden? That's crazy. What? What do you have to do to get that achievement? Versatile Joker? Use a total of 20 characters to form a team with Sampo? What? That's kind of crazy. What? So, chat was just saying that there's an achievement that's hidden until you get it. That's called Versatile Joker, and you get it by using a total of 20 characters to form a team with Sampo and win at least one battle.
Huh.
It sounds so weird.
Well, I guess that's something people could try if they really want to.
I mean, it's just another like Joker thing that they put in, like with like Aha,
Yeah.
like another
I mean,
another connection.
Let's just be honest. Hoyoverse are like the devs at Hoyoverse are cultured.
Let's do.
Aren't there some achievements that you only get depending on like which choice you make in side quests?
Yes, actually.
Yeah. So there's some that you can just never get depending on your choices.
Oh, aren't those achievements on the dialogue?
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't think so.
Because it's like aggressive trailblazer. It's like silent trailblazer.
Oh no.
Now I know what you're talking about. I've gotten a few of those.
Yeah, I have
It's not,
gotten a
like,
few of those too.
dialogue choices, but like you can still like get the others. I think if you just like if you just pick like those specific types of dialogue.
Yeah, I think you can get all of those.
You can get those, but I don't think I've gotten because you get two separate achievements. Like for example, the Clara side quest, you get one achievement for saving Pascal and one achievement for not saving Pascal. But I can't go back and choose the other option, so I'm locked out of the achievement for not saving Pascal.
Same thing for Sheila, the android lady.
Oh, there's one for Sheila too for not saving Sheila.
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you can't
because
really
there's
100%
three options.
Honkai.
This is so sad. Why can't that 100% Honkai?
Damn it. Those
Wait,
gems.
100%
Stellar Jade. It could have been mine.
Also, I have since I have OBS open, I didn't hear the little ping of you joining in. But welcome in. Welcome to the VC. I appreciate you joining. Yeah, I don't really know like more surface level stuff that I can find without just sitting here in silence of reading every single book like I normally do. And that's just the kind of like I don't mind doing that. It's just on stream I don't want to just sit here for hours in silence while I read this.
Yeah. So you're saying you want to wrap things up?
No, not necessarily. I still want to, try and find a little bit more before we wrap it up completely.
What have we gone over so far? I ended up coming in late.
Yeah, so so far we have the first thing that we tried to do was gain all the evidence that we could see of Sampo potentially being a Stellaron hunter, and then also what evidence we have that could disprove it. Because you know how people were saying that it's saying Sam on the IPC notice was related to Sampo and it was just cut off. But apparently, we found out that Silverwolf actually has a voice line on the Express where she talks about Blade, Kafka, and Sam, and they just say Sam, like it's not they don't say like a full name or anything, and also it just doesn't really make sense for Sampo to. His things don't really seem to align that well with what the Stellarons are going for.
Also, someone mentioned that in Chinese, Sam's
Yes.
name and Sampo's name aren't that similar.
Yeah, it's in Chinese Sam could not work to be Sampo.
Yeah, so that's just like something, a coincidence in the English translation.
Yeah. But as for him being a masked fool, which is what we're going with now, there is a large amount of stuff. So many things referring to him as the Joker, and just his cutscene of him talking about the tavern and going to Epsilon, which is where the tavern is located.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. And then him, quote unquote, breaking the fourth wall.
We don't know much about that yet. There's not enough, really. We can't really do anything with that part toward the end because we don't know much about it.
Like
We can mention it,
could
but
be
like.
more like leaning on the fourth wall rather than breaking it.
Yeah.
I don't know how that really works.
It's shaking the fourth wall.
He grabs it by its throat, but he doesn't break it.
He's just like.
Sampo's torturing the fourth wall. Oh no.
He's just knocking on the fourth wall like, hello?
Hello? Oh, dude, that was such a good knock. Holy. Okay, so,
For people too.
let's see. And then, yeah, we also talked about how we know that he can travel between different worlds because he talks about how he doesn't want to go to Epsilon and that he's not in a hurry to leave Urilo. And then also the art in his light cone. The cash that he's throwing isn't shield, and the guy in the background of the light cone does not look. He doesn't have the attire of anyone from Belobog.
I mean, we kind of knew, like, we could have guessed the fact that Sampo knows that, like, the actual Express crew are more fun than I imagined. Like, that was an instant giveaway he wasn't from Belobog, even without.
Oh,
mentioning
right, yeah. Is there any other light cone that has Sampo in it besides his own? I don't think there is, right?
Not that I can think of.
You guys went over the art relic sets, right? The one
The thief one?
Yeah, we did go over that. Kind of.
Yeah, we went over the fact that he uses the like the mask of the thief set to change his appearance, and that's how he was able to appear.
Has that mask?
Yeah, and that he could have potentially given Julian one of those masks too, and that's how he's able to change his appearance so well. And that's how he was able to fool people in Belobog into thinking that he was that woman reporter in his story.
Okay.
Did you have anything else to add to that we did not see?
No, I was just asking. That's pretty much covers what I was thinking.
Okay.
That actually like reminded me that some of the what's it called? The original lore for relics has been changed since like 2 pieces of relic sets have been removed. Because originally, remember, there were 6 pieces, right? So there's a bunch of stuff that's not missing. It's probably been moved elsewhere, or it's just been like completely negated entirely.
Or those relic sets are gonna be added eventually.
Probably, but I feel like those extra 2 pieces that were still part of those sets originally, like, for example, Blade's original set, the Passive Eye of Wandering Cloud, right? A bunch of the description has been removed, and 2 pieces have been removed entirely, and it's not even
I mean, is the lore still relatively the same?
It's been shortened a lot, but it does have some semblance of what it originally had. It does mention something about the Vidyadhara race as well.
Oh, really?
Like
yeah, it
those
says bracers made from
telepathic
flowing.
bracers?
Yeah, bracers made from flowing coral and gold, and the leather of an unknown beast. Only master artisans from the Vidyadhara dragon race can create this kind of superior armor.
And the bracers obviously have like a telepathic link, and Donhang is in possession of one, and Blade has the other one.
Yeah, so like if you look at Don Hung's bracer, it's actually the exact same. So that not only supports that theory, but Blade also has pretty much an exact matching piece. And then there's also the same thing with like all those.
I
so,
wonder
like,
if Boya's gonna like elaborate on like the whole telepathic connection thing. Because like those bracers could theoretically establish a psychic link.
Wait, do the names of the traces have anything like?
His traces don't really specify much, to be honest.
Yeah, they're more
Kind
flavor
of
text than they are from
stuff that's
Eidolons.
just Sampo.
Yeah, the
Honestly-
Eidolons are just love, money, and love again, and money, also more money, and oh my god, it's a lot
Honestly,
of money.
Eidolon 4 actually kind of stood out to me.
Yeah, the deeper the love, the stronger the hate.
Yeah, that name itself is kind of indicative to Sampo, like how he actually is, possibly. Like, does he have a love-hate relationship going on? Something that's
Yeah, that is
checks
weird.
out to me.
Rising love. Deeper the love, the stronger the hate. Yeah, it's those two. It's 2 and 4 that are like, I guess 1, 2, and 4, because everything else is about money.
Money, love, yeah.
Like,
That's the
what?
thing. So, there seems to be like a lot of things around like, I guess you could say greed in his kit. Because money, greed, but love could also be seen as a kind of greed, which is also why hate could be tied to it.
The 7 deadly sins are kind of like gray concepts, no matter how much I think about them in a way.
I'm not talking about like the 7 deadly sins. I'm just talking about greed as a
Like
whole. Although that could be a
I
thing.
just know you mean like you mentioned greed, and it just made me think of like, oh, the other sins are kind of like that in terms of concepts. Like I wasn't trying to imply anything specific.
I don't know, just the line about the stronger the hate kind of just stands out to me a lot. Like, he's half love, half hate. Like, what could he hate? Exactly.
Anything that's boring for starters.
That
Yeah,
could be
well,
true
that's based
too,
on
but
like the personality that we see.
Yeah,
Like, we don't know
like
much about the real Sampo.
Is like as a person. Like we do know he like has some integrity, because I know in Hook's story quest he was like, after we revealed that the person he was trying to sell him Hook's like that probe, like he said, I knew this was too good to be true. Like he's not an idiot.
Oh, he's far from an idiot. He acts like one, but he isn't one.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
seen some people.
I think Sampo just likes to hide his true capabilities and keep his cards close to his chest.
We didn't really talk about this one, but I have seen other people mention that they think that Aha actually is Sampo because of of what you
like
mentioned on
Sampo could be
Devlog
like
2.
An avatar of Aha or something, like Aha in human form, or maybe.
Yeah, well, yeah, because in Devlog 2, where it mentions that Aha shapeshifted into a human and laid low in Oculus Express for more than a year, that Aha could have transformed into Sampo, and
he's just currently using his avatar again for whatever he wants to.
at the end, and that's why they're saying that
around,
the
fun, like,
Express could be
being
more
discreet,
fun.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Use the museum event in any regards for evidence. Like, he did use the nickname Mr. Cold Feet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
I forgot about that.
What about Mr. Cold Feet?
I was just thinking that's a very interesting like alias to choose. Why Cold Feet of all things?
Yeah, and what
The
was it?
way.
Didn't like was it Stray Red? Was it? I can't remember what it's called, but it was like the Rhapsody thing. Wasn't he like hiding in a trash can, like being a coward, kind of?
Wait, in which one? Are you talking about the trailer?
I can't remember which one it was called.
It was like that
But
animated trailer.
Yeah, there was the trailer where he was hiding in the trash can. But the way that I saw the the reason it was Mr. Cold Feet was, you know, having cold feet is leaving something last minute, right? Like you changed your mind, and Sampo does that all the time. Like he just disappears, and that's exactly what happened at the end of the museum event. And so it's kind of just like a parallel of him just leaving. Yeah. So that's how I saw the Mr. Cold Feet thing. But I will say I think it's funny that once they said Mr. Cold Feet, it was like guaranteed that we knew it was Sampo.
Like the entire quest, they were like, "Oh, it's not Sampo. It couldn't be Sampo. We've been monitoring him." Like, but have you really?
And I'll
Have you
be back,
really?
hopefully.
He also has the audacity to be like to become a museum guide after everything.
Mm-hmm. And we let him.
Yeah.
We let him work at the museum.
He has a voice line if you talk to him in the museum about how he's trying to avoid Ella.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like while staying within her line of sight, but like without getting noticed by her.
That's kind of
Oh,
funny.
she's like staying in the peripheral so that like he can constantly dodge out whenever she looks.
I think it'd still be funny if you could see him going around and like if you check every day, there'd be a different thing missing.
Like, oh, there's another relic missing. Oh,
No.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, yeah. In that case, I think. Oh, wait. What did you find? Excuse me. Did you find the thing we've been looking for the whole time? Hold on now.
I see.
Stone from the Everwinter Monument. Oh, it wasn't an item, wasn't it? Wait, what's the it's a consumable. Do I have it?
I have one of everything.
Oh, it wasn't the morning. Oh, it's right. It was the morning actors, not the masked fools.
Oh.
So it says the morning actors came to Eurilo 6 a long time ago when the Stellaron had not appeared on the planet, nor was there the blight known as the Eternal Freeze. The only threat this fragile little planet was facing was the merciless war with the Antimatter Legion. Wait, that is very contradicting.
Yeah, wait.
Because it says the Stellaron came first and then... Because it said that...
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. Hold up.
That's very contradicting from what we have in the text.
Can you read it again?
Yeah. So the morning actors came to Eurilo 6 a long time ago when the Stellaron had not appeared on the planet, nor was there the blight known as the Eternal Freeze. The only threat this fragile little planet was facing was the merciless war with the Antimatter Legion. The morning actors were not aware of the architects. The only sight they witnessed was the trail of destruction left by the Legion. They rode their gondolas quietly above the planet and left before the Legion could notice them, leaving behind a silent elegy. Time flew by, and the Belobog architects found a type of beautiful stone that gleamed with bright colors. They mixed the stone with geomarrow and built a monument, which some say still stands at the heart of Glapoth Fort in the city of Belobog. Even if we fail, this monument will stand for all eternity. Those who come after it will find it and know that we had once existed.
Huh.
But that is quite literally very contradicting from what we have.
Well, unless that means that a really, really long time ago, there was
The
a
Antimatter
conflict
Legion
with the
again.
Antimatter Legion before the Stellaron event.
Unless they mean that the Stellaron wasn't activated yet. Yeah, but doesn't it like I don't know because it says
What Stellaron
it says it had not appeared on the planet.
Yeah, when a Stellaron appears, that's when the Antimatter Legion usually comes.
Maybe it's like they didn't know that the meteor that was the Stellaron.
True. That's weird. That's not fun for me.
Oh, good luck with that. Thank God I'm not a theory maker.
So I don't actually have that in game, do I? That item. Can I craft it? Where do you get that? Oh, I can craft it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know those kind of errors happen, but that seems like one that just shouldn't happen.
Didn't it also just be like Genshin and just contradicting legends for being legends?
Yeah, that could be the case because the one that we read was written by. Let me see if I can find it.
Is there anything we think we're missing right now?
Not necessarily missing. Is it intentional? I mean, it could be intentional. But dude, please don't tell me I'm gonna forget what book we read it from originally. I'm gonna lose my mind. There's too many books.
Sorry, I don't remember either.
Asking the person with dementia to help you memorize something. Poor mistake on your part.
Oh, come on. Okay, well, it's something I've opened. So let me just go to every single one I've opened because I know what it looked like. Bellabog Chronicles.
Have we looked at Sampo's voice lines?
Yes, we did, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. So it said around 30 before the freeze, an unknown object known as the Stellaron fell to the surface of the planet. And then around 20 before freeze, the Antimatter Legion officially invaded.
Either it
Yeah,
meant that the
if the
Stellaron
morning
hadn't yet
after-
taken seed? Like, I don't really see how that could work, though.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, it seems weird that the people of Belobog would know about the Stellaron before the morning actors. So that doesn't seem right.
I don't... Oh, wait. So when this might actually be like way, way, way before.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking.
Like, because it says they didn't know about the architects. And wait, let me see. The morning actors were not aware of the architects. And then later it says time flew by and the Belobog architects found a type of beautiful stone. And then it says in 1000 before freeze, that's when the architects started to appear on the planet.
Yeah, okay. So that pretty much solves the question then.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this is a good long while then.
Or at least that's the only thing I
question
can think
is
of.
just why did the Antimatter Legion show up back then?
Yeah, and why is there no records of that being the case? Because it doesn't talk about the Antimatter Legion being there, like before, but like before the Stellaron.
Well, I mean, the entire planet apart from Belobog was lost, right? So I'm sure there's lots of histories that were lost.
Yeah, true. And a lot of it was also hidden by Cocolia, so.
It could very well just be another part of Urilla that was like entirely just buried by the freeze. Because Belobog definitely wasn't.
It is a whole planet, you know.
Belobog is not the only place like on Urilla, that is for sure. But like everywhere else is pretty much dead.
Yeah, before the architects, they followed the Urilo god of spring. They were an advanced civilization as well. Yeah, but it, like in here because when they were talking about the Urilo, like that was them having a war with themselves, right? Not the Antimatter Legion.
Yeah, I think that was an intra-planetary conflict.
Antimatter Legion is not mentioned. Yeah, okay. Urilo was not a faithful husband. Unbelievable. Sorry, what?
An unrelated question. Do we know if Elissaran ruled over the entirety of Urilla 6 or just Belobog?
Just Belobog.
Just Belobog.
Okay.
Yeah, it also mentions in the thing that the Belobog Chronicles, it says oh, whoops. Where was it? The fortification. When Belobog was complete, with Elissaran in charge, that's when they decided to actually make her the oh, sorry. Where is it? Yeah, around 30 before freeze, under the leadership of the eminent architect Alyssa Rand. Architects all over began building shelters, of which Alyssa Rand's own creation was later named Belobog, and then she became the first Supreme Guardian.
So basically, it was a collective more of like architects, and then Alyssa Rand was assigned to Belobog after making it.
Yeah, because all the other architects, like main architects, I guess, also fell. But also Serval's an architect, so.
Well, was an architect.
Yeah. Yeah. Was an architect.
Yeah, you gotta add that wasn't. You know, put the salt in the wound.
That's funny.
You guys are so mean to Serval.
I know, she doesn't deserve it. She deserves the best.
There's an achievement for like killing Cocolia with Serval, so.
That is true.
Yeah, I did.
I have not gotten that one yet.
Got it. I did. I got that achievement.
I still need to do it.
There's also one for killing Jeopard with Serval.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it's like stupid little brother or something.
Oh, that's funny.
Get that one.
That's funny.
So I was looking at the inferior protective gear. The craftable item. And then there's a little description on it. That's impossible. I, Sampu, do not sell counterfeits.
Oh, yeah.
Businessman after all. And one of the funniest thing about this, it causes you to lose 15% HP and gain 15% defense. It is worse than the 2-star simple protective variant.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I was thinking, would it be a good idea to rewatch the cutscene of Sampo kind of breaking the fourth wall to see if we see anything out of place?
We did.
We did do that. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where I mentioned that I think he wasn't necessarily breaking the fourth wall, but the way that he speaks, it sounds like he's talking like to not only one person but a group. So I think because the mass fools like, you know, to be entertained, that they're just streaming, like streaming each other's adventures to each other, like to the tavern, basically. Like instead of the TV, like instead of the TV being sports or whatever, it's just Sampo doing shit on Yurilo. Like
I like to imagine that when he got into Yurilo, he just like.
Where your mic cut out that entire time, by the way.
No, wait, no. I just like to imagine that when he got into Yurilo, he just opened up the stream. Was like, "What's up, guys? It's Mr. Koski here."
Oh, back on Yurilo 6. Yeah, we're gonna scam this man. Wait, what's his name? The dude at the NPC.
Oh, no, some dude named Mark or something.
That's some dude named Mark.
His username is Mr. Coldfeet.
yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Mr. Coldfeet. Today we're gonna be scamming Kokolia.
Catch you with another planet we're gonna be scamming. Today we're gonna be doing
another planet. That's true. It would be another planet, wouldn't it?
Shampoo's thanking them for a Twitch raid and its actual raid.
The Antimatter Legion. Yo, thank you guys for the raid. On to the next planet as the Antimatter Legion just destroys the planet. All right. Well, I think that's all we're gonna find right now without me being in silence reading books for hours. So I think we are going to just leave it off there for now. But thank you everyone for. Oh wait, hold on. You remembered something about the morning actors visiting planets from Tier Crystal Glorious Death flavor text? Okay, I'm gonna write that name down and I'm gonna read it off stream. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out for in VC. For those that actually came in, and for those that came into stream, I appreciate it as well. I feel like it was a decently successful first VC discussion. It's kind of hard when it takes a long time to actually go through all the information. But we'll continue to search through, and at least I will, for hours reading books, finding every single last detail that I can. And anything that I find, I'll send in the Discord. And if you guys find anything, you can send it there as well. And anyone in stream, if you're not in the Discord and you find anything, feel free to tweet it at me or join the Discord and send it in there as well. But with all that said, thank you guys for coming out, and I'll see you in chat as we discuss in the Discord.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. All right, chat. I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Have a good day.